And now, the starting lineup for your Bakersfield College Renegades. At guard, freshman number 0, Elijah Wade. At forward, sophomore number 5, Markel Brooks. At guard, freshman number 11, Zakir Henderson. At forward, freshman number 13, James Miller. And at forward, freshman number 25, Zach Garnett.
Thank you, Trevor Horn. Welcome again, everybody, into the broadcast today. Julian Wilson joining me on the broadcast as well. And Julian, we've seen a tale of two teams here with Bakersfield College, winning 3 of their last 4, but dropping to West LA the second time they dropped to West LA this season. So Antelope Valley had their number in the last game, a handily win. And, you don't want to see that again. Hopefully the home court advantage does do something for the Renegades today.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, that West LA game was a must-win, but the Renegades are still in a good place.
A very crowded second place in the Western State Conference South Division for the Renegades. They are currently in third place at 5-4. 3 other teams at 6-3 right now. That one outside. And the first shot for Elijah Wade hits the three-pointer. And a good job of finding him down in the corner. Zakir Henderson noticeably with that brace on his right knee.
Number 22, Amado Coleman.
And Amado Coleman, the first score for Antelope Valley. Antelope Valley in maroon, the Renegades in white. And BC really in search of a win tonight. Trying to fight it out under the basket was Henderson. Antelope Valley back up top. Everyone out at the perimeter. And Garnett gets the block, and then he's going to get called for the foul on Rapine Vigaya.
Fouls on number 13, James Miller.
And actually, they call that on James Miller. So the first foul for James Miller and the first team foul. Renegades have had some issues with some team fouls this year.
The line shooting 2, number 30, Vigaya.
So Vigaya out of Palmdale High School in Lancaster makes both of his shots, and now 4-3 with 1:15 off the clock here in the first half. On the court for the Renegades, Elijah Wade, James Miller, Markel Brooks, Zach Garnett, and Zakir Henderson. For Antelope Valley, number 4, Rajan Chambers, number 33, Rapine Vigaya. Number 3, Mr. Burnside. Number 22, Amado Coleman. And fighting Markel Brooks down on the baseline is Coleman. And Travari Cavill, number 10. Two on the shot clock. That one just in and out of the rim. Antelope Valley taking the entire time. Antelope Valley's record is 13-10, exactly the same as the Renegades. They just had a little bit better luck. One game over the Renegades in conference. Out on the perimeter, Mr. Burnside.
Three-pointer, Mr. Burnside.
7-5. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the first half of the Renegades. Garnett down inside to Brooks. Brooks pivoting. Gives it back to Garnett. And then a whistle. 3 seconds in the key. That violation on Markel Brooks. It was a good pass and a good pass back, but just too much time parked down in the paint. Henderson really sticking to Mr. Burnside. Brooks saves it, gives it up to Garnett. You know, one thing we'll talk about when it comes to Zykeer Henderson, his ability to elevate. Just an incredible vertical. And they have Zykeer listed as 6'5". But I'll tell you what, he plays like he's 6'7", 6'8".
I say 6'10". He really, really jumps high when he jumps.
Markel Brooks. Nice stop and jump off the glass. And then the Renegades don't get back, weren't paying any attention out on the perimeter to Rajon Chambers. BC trailing 9-7. 15:52. And Brooks is going to get the three-pointer, and the lucky bounce. I don't know how you can shoot from the side. Have that one hit. It bounced on the flat part of the rim back there along the glass and then rolls in.
That's a true lucky bounce.
That is a very lucky bounce, and now the Renegades leading 10-9. In their last game versus Antelope Valley, on the box score, they trailed 41-35 in the first half, but they got blown out in the second half, 52-32. So outscored by 20 in that second half. Now, if Antelope Valley is a second half team, then again, we can't really judge a whole lot by how things are going right now. BC playing right along with Antelope Valley without any issue. But Antelope Valley, one of the biggest losses the Renegades had all season. That one's going to be knocked away and out of bounds from Tyron Tyler. So BC will have the ball out of bounds, 26 seconds left on the shot clock. They were looking for a timeout there. Tyler, that one's going to get nothing but air. Just didn't have anything under it. Kind of shot it even flat-footed. Five minutes gone here in the first half. Renegades leading 10-9 over Antelope Valley. And that one rained from outside. Travari Cavill. And a couple of three-pointers now. And that one almost put in from underneath the basket by Zykeer Henderson.
And it was a great shot because you didn't think he was going to shoot that. It looks like he was going to pass it.
And now a blocking foul is going to get called on Tyron Tyler, trying to get position on Mr. Burnside. Burnside draws the foul on the contact. And Burnside underneath that one rattles in and out, gets his own rebound and puts it back and scores. And a timeout's going to get called. And coach is kind of yelling, and he's getting into Zykeer Henderson right now. We'll be back after the timeout after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Hard, hustle.
Coming out of the timeout, the Renegades trailing 14-10. 14:20 left on the clock. BC out on the perimeter. Miller kind of thinking about it for a second, and back out to Wade. Miller from way outside. Rattles in and out. Wade goes to get the rebound, and a foul is called. And that may go on the Marauders. Amato Coleman, it sure will. Made contact with Elijah Wade as Wade was going up to get the rebound. Brooks over to Henderson underneath the basket. Throws the shoulder down low. And still coming up a little bit shy on his attempts. Has not scored yet. And it's just a matter of time. And, conversely, in the game versus Antelope Valley back in January, Henderson only had 8 points. So they kind of had his number. But right now he's getting opportunities, just not finishing quite yet. But give it time. As we talk about all the time. It's like here Henderson has his moments. And we've talked about it as well, Julian. It's kind of a quiet 20 points sometimes.
Right. Most of the time it's quiet.
He'll go on a 6 or 8 point run in a matter of a minute and a half. And then he's known for his solid defense.
Yes.
And now, foul called on Elijah Wade. That'll be his first foul. 4th team foul for the Renegades with 13:23 still left to go in this first half. And as we discussed before, the foul woes on this team and putting those other squads in the bonus, really something that you don't want to see too often. And Godwill Famuso checking into the game for the first time tonight. Famuso out of Centennial High School. I actually got to watch his younger brother play last week, a fantastic basketball player in his own right. I kind of hope maybe we'll get another Famuso up here one of these days soon. Yeah, absolutely. Godwill in his final season here as a sophomore. Elijah Wade kicks it back out to Miller. I don't know if it's a little slippery down on the floor. It seems like the Renegades are sliding around down at that end of the court. And a travel and a fantastic job by Elijah Wade.
Yes.
Wade went up and disrupted the path of Amato Coleman. And as a result, he ended up traveling. A smart heads-up play and not giving up on it. And now Damari Davis checking into the game for the Renegades. And Davis can be a dangerous threat behind that three-point line. Miller from outside. That one's off the mark. The Renegades not having any luck from the three-point line so far. Or a little bit, but not a lot. 2 of 7 so far. Shooting 30% from the field. Antelope Valley shooting 50% from the field right now. And Henderson a little too overzealous on the swat. And he knocks Burnside to the ground and picks up his first foul. And now there's 5 team fouls against the Renegades. 12:22 left on the clock. We're going to have a long way to go.
Yes.
Burnside with his first attempt. Burnside with 8 points so far in the game. And he's 3 for 4 from the free throw line, so a good free throw shooter so far. Gustavo Chavez making his way into the game. So Chavez and Davis, both threats from behind the three-point line. Look for Damari Davis to get down in the corner. If he's left alone, he's a dangerous threat down there. Chavez kind of the same, right in that spot right there. That one's just off the mark. And we've seen Gustavo Chavez get hot and really find his way. Davis and Chavez out on the perimeter. And now Henderson out guarding Rapine Vagaya. Vagaya from outside the arc throws that one up. That one off the mark, and he didn't really have a good time to set his feet and get set. Chavez doubled up. Over to Davis. Davis is going to give it a shot. That one's off the mark. And again, the woes continue for the Renegades from beyond the arc. Henderson goes down once again. We've seen him on the floor a couple of times.
Right.
Again, I'm really concerned about how slippery that floor is down there. That one a little bit short off the front of the rim by Rajon Chambers. .11:04 left on the clock. Henderson from outside. And a push-up down there, and you can kind of tell Famuso went up and his back kind of arched back.
Right.
And I think number 33, Rapine Vagaya, got into the back of him. So Vagaya's going to come out. And checking in for him is going to be number 24, Izzy Harrington. So Zach Garnett checking back into the game for the Renegades. Miller kind of had a path to the basket there, didn't take advantage of the single team. Davis in trouble there, and chance of fouling. A little out of control on the play there. Lucky he did not get called for the foul.
Right.
And again, it's some of those plays. I appreciate the hustle on some of that, but sometimes Damari Davis has gotten himself into some foul trouble with that kind of play, where it's kind of reckless and all over the place instead of controlled. Controlled chaos is what we like to refer to it as. Famuso from outside, and God will Famuso. A big drought for the Renegades from beyond the arc ends with Godwill Famuso's three-pointer, and the Renegades trailing 17-13 now, halfway through this first half. BC trying to get some rest right now for Markel Brooks and Zykir Henderson. And we're just kind of waiting for Markel Brooks to get hot. He's the second leading scorer on this squad for BC. But he's been the leading scorer for quite a few games this season as well. 1 second left on the shot, and hits it. Wow, what a turnaround shot by Rajon Chambers. Just out on the perimeter and threw up a prayer and scores, and now the lead back to 7. And that foul is going to go against Chambers, and that'll be his first personal foul now. And that's going to send James Miller to the line. Miller drains the first. And checking back into the game is number 22, Amato Coleman. Burnside with 8 points, the leading scorer so far for the Marauders. For the Renegades, Markel Brooks has 5 points.
And now checking in for your Renegades, number 0,
Elijah Wade back in the game. And James Miller's going to have a seat. Nine and a half on the clock for the first half. Renegades trail by 5. And he stepped on the line.
Wow.
But he was all alone. Travari Cabell was all alone out on the perimeter. Nobody was within 7 or 8 feet of him. And would have had a really good look had he not stepped out. I think he just got too comfortable being over there on that perimeter.
He was comfortable.
And didn't really need to because nobody was anywhere close to
him. I mean, he literally took his time when he faced up, and it caused him to step right out of bounds.
Absolutely. So Garnett, Chavez, Davis, Wade, and Famuso on the court for the Renegades right now.
You know, Tom, and the Renegades are having a difficult time getting shots on the inside. So I don't know what type of defense the Marauders are playing. I don't know if it's a man, a loose matchup zone. It's difficult to tell, but it's giving the Renegades a little problem.
Yeah, and you're not wrong because they're 5 of 18 from the field right now, shooting only 27%. So BC's got a little bit of work to do because they're way off the mark of 45 where they normally are. And a strong play inside by Burnside. I don't even know how that ball got fed to him, and he was underneath the basket. I don't know how you can be that deep in the pocket and still score. And Davis is going to draw the foul. It looked like that's going to go against Max Riley, number 34. So that's going to be Riley's first foul.
Riley's first personal, 14th foul against Marauders.
And Antelope Valley starting to catch up with the Renegade. 4 team fouls now. Renegades holding close at 5 with 8:30 to go.
Number 11, Henderson.
Henderson back in the game for the Renegades. Elijah Wade trying to drive to the bucket, gets cut off. Back outside, the Renegades working it around the perimeter. Down inside to Henderson, and then nice fake. It goes around the side of the bucket. Completely fooled. Number 5, A.J. Duke. He bit on the pump fake, went flying by, and Henderson with the easy bucket around the other side. BC trailing by 5, 22-17, 7:50 left to go in the first half. And a nice bucket by Duke on Famuso. And Famuso a lot taller than Duke. Duke at 6 foot and got Famuso at 6'5", and somehow able to get that ball around him. BC out on the perimeter trying to guard Burnside, but it doesn't work, and he drops a 3 on the party.
And we really need to check that floor. These guys are still slipping and falling.
Yeah, there's a lot of slipping going on out there. And now Davis steps back behind the arc. Doesn't get it to go. Miller gets blocked. Actually, Wade gets blocked and gets the ball back underneath the basket and scores on Vagaya. So I didn't see the call on that. It might have been a travel. I'm not entirely sure. I missed the play. I was looking down. It happened so fast. But the Renegades have the ball now with 6:47 to go in the first half.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to find a way to get more shots underneath. They don't want to live and die by that outside shot.
You're absolutely right. Timeout call by the Renegades. We'll be back right after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under feel the
BC shooting from the field 33%, while the Marauders are 56%. That's going to do something to you. Marauders with 4 3-pointers and the Renegades with 3. Good matchup on Henderson. And a nice spin move by Elijah Wade and a putback by Markel Brooks. Brooks right there following. And the foul and the shot's going to count. And I don't know if Markel Brooks was thinking on that one, but if you're going to foul on purpose, you make sure you get the ball.
Yeah, foul,
and
stop this shot.
Not just two-step him around the waist.
Yes.
Number 3, Mr. Burns.
So now a chance for a 3-point play for Burnside. And checking into the game now for the Marauders, number 13, Keelan Benjamin. Mr. Burnside, 4 of 5 now from the free throw line with 16 points in this first half. And we still got 6 minutes to go. Markel Brooks at the foul line, drives right down the lane and uses that length to just go right over the top. Burnside down to the baseline, looking for a pass inside. He was looking for Keelan Benjamin, who was coming on the backside. And Zach Garnett disrupted the passing lane and knocked it out of bounds. And BC so far has had some trouble on that backside guy, just kind of getting away from him a couple of times today. That one off the air. Nothing. It didn't even get rim, and it's out of bounds, but it won't reset the shot clock. So now there's 12 seconds left. But it was off of Zach Garnett, who thought it was going to hit the rim as well. They got nothing but air. 5:48 to go. Shot clock down to 10. And that one got, Zach Garnett got a piece of that one.
Got a piece of that one, yes, he did.
You know, one thing about Zach Garnett, he's a pretty tall kid. And I didn't notice this, but Joaquin Rios is back in the game for the Renegades. We haven't seen him a whole lot checked in yet today. But good that we have him. Joaquin had a little bit of an injury going during the first part of the season and was sitting out for most of it and has been back for about 3 weeks now. So it's good to see Joaquin back in the game. He was a huge contributor to that team last year.
Yes, he was.
But that injury kind of tied him up this year. And on the backside, once again, like we just said, Amato Coleman coming along down the baseline. Nobody saw him in the easy alley-oop and put that one away. And the Renegades trailing 32-23 here in the first half. And a jump ball is going to get called as everyone's looking for it, but it's going to be Antelope Valley benefiting from that one with the possession arrow pointing their direction. And James Miller and Godwill Famuso back in the game for the Renegades as Garnett and Wade come out. Just over 4:30 to go here in the first half. BC trying to get out of the perimeter. They don't want Burnside firing away out there on the three-point line. But actually, they don't want anybody firing out on the three-point line. They've made 4 of them so far. That one's way off the mark. Keelan Benjamin with the missed attempt. And it's 32-23 with 4:19 now. BC with 6 team fouls. One more puts the Marauders in the bonus. And the Marauders with 5. And if BC only ends up with 7 or 8 fouls in this half, that'll be a win in my book.
Yes, indeed.
Because they were on their way to having way more than that. We've seen a number of halves this season where their opponents have been put in the double bonus.
And again, you see this sort of matchup man zone that the Marauders are playing.
Brooks drives the big step, and the rebound by Famuso, and the putback. Nice touch. Just dropped it right in the bucket. And BC, everybody went up on Burnside, and Henderson got the block. And Brooks goes up, and someone's in there. They're trying to tie him up, and they're going to get a hold of his arm, and that's what it looked like. Burnside trying to strip the ball away or at least tie it up for a jump ball. And now Burnside's going to get called for the foul. And that's going to be his first. And number 4, Rajan Chambers, and number 33, Rapine Vagaya coming back into the game for Antelope Valley. Rios fighting down low. Fights his way around and puts the ball right in with the finger roll. BC clawing back in this one. They were down by as many as 11, and now they're back to within 5. And the Renegades trying to keep it close. That one rattles in and out. Here comes Rios, and he finds Famuso, who lost the handle on the ball but then got it back, but can't finish. Just under 3 minutes to go now in the first half. Both teams with 6 team fouls. So the next team foul puts that team in the bonus. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Antelope Valley trying to move it around. And on the outside, right as the buzzer went off, And Henderson all the way down at the other end of the court, kind of cherry picking on that one. Great play and a smart move by Henderson. He took off. And then Joaquin Rios looked up and threw a touchdown pass all the way down.
He literally took off. The same thing that the forwards used to do with the Lakers. They just take off.
Absolutely. And now they're within 3 with 2 minutes to go. BC trying to tighten up this defense. Famuso, everything he could do, but Amato Coleman uses the glass as he drives down the lane over the top of Godwill Famuso. Joaquin Rios drives in, dishes back out. Rios from outside. And that one knocked away from Zakir Henderson, who had it. And I'm trying to see where they're calling a foul on that one. They called it on Joaquin Rios, but it looked like Rios just kicked the ball out of bounds. It didn't look like he made any contact.
Right.
And Greg McCall saying the same thing I'm saying right now.
No.
Renegades are in the bonus, going to the line, shooting number 10, Treveri Campbell.
Yeah, it looks like Bakersfield College is lining up for a fun halftime contest.
Looks like it may be brought to us by Jamba Juice.
Todd Hansen down there with a banana and a strawberry to get dressed up in, and it does have the Jamba Juice logo. And a timeout's going to get called. 1:32 left to go in the first half. Back with more right after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, hold your know right now.
Coming out of the timeout, 1:32 left on the clock here at Bakersfield College. The Bakersfield College Renegades taking on the Antelope Valley Marauders. Marauders up 35-29, have led for most of this first half. The Marauders are now in the bonus. One and one. And the first one is made, or the second one is made. BC 1:30 under the clock right now. And the Renegades trailing by 7. And down underneath the Markel Brooks. Brooks draws contact with the ball, but still scores and finishes. And Markel Brooks has the ability to finish on those plays. So the Marauders trying to eat as much off this clock and head into the locker room with a 5-point lead if they can. But there's still just under a minute now to go. Only 10 on the shot clock as they work it around the perimeter, trying to get it down low. Coleman back outside to Trovar Cavill. That one's off the mark. Then it's going to be off the hands of Max Riley and out of bounds. 43.8 seconds left on the clock now. BC trailing by 5. Would like to draw this one a little bit closer. Rios out of the perimeter. Over to Miller. Miller driving baseline. It gets the ball stolen away from him, but it's picked up by Henderson. Henderson back to Miller in the corner. 5 left on the shot clock. Markel Brooks down low and throws up a dime and sinks the bucket. The shot clock is off in 10 seconds and counting. Renegades pulled it within 3, 36-33. Clock down to 4. And that one out of bounds with 1.4 seconds left on it, and the Renegades will have the ball.
Let's get loud, ladies and gentlemen.
Brooks will inbound with 1.4 seconds left on the clock. And that's pretty much going to do it for the first half. The score, the Bakersfield College Renegades 36. Antelope Valley Marauders 33. And we're going to go down to the court here in just a second and talk to Greg McCall. And I had to call Coach Greg McCall over as he was heading off because you got more important things on your mind right now. But a 36-33 first half is a win in your book, I guess.
Yeah, it is. We had to find out what was going to make them kind of stop them from getting easy shots and easy fast break shots. They have a lot of great offensive sets, so we kind of went into a zone to kind of slow them down, to kind of stagnate them. Something we've been working on for the past this past week and from the last time we played. And we know they run a lot of good stuff, so we needed to slow down their tempo and stuff. And so even though we're up-tempo team, we had to slow their tempo down.
They're sneaking a couple of guys around the backside coming on a backdoor action. What are you going to do to slow that down here in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to have more awareness and more communication. The last 3 possessions, we stopped them on that because the one time they got a backdoor for a dunk off of it. And so we just had to have our communication a lot better. And once we do that, we'll be okay.
Thanks, Coach. Have a great second half.
Thank you.
Back with more Renegade basketball coming up in just a few.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, hold you know who run it. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that 3. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, clap, let's go. Who's how? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, whole gym know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that three. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's house? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades, this our time, this our floor, we elevate.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, whole gym know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that three. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's how? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades, this our time, this our floor, we elevate.
Renegades. New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor.
walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war.
Coming back for the second half, the Bakersfield College Renegades trailing the Antelope Valley Marauders 36-33. And, of course, today is Play for K, the event here at the women's basketball program coming up at 5 o'clock. On your screen, you'll see a QR code to donate to the K-Yow Cancer Fund. Your donation helps support women with cancer to get supportive care and equipment that they need here in Kern County. Those attending today's women's basketball game will also receive a free pom-pom by donating at the door or showing proof of your donation to the K-Yow Cancer Fund. The BC women's basketball team thanks you for your support and the K-Yow Cancer Fund. So again, the Renegades holding it together just a little bit, down by as many as 11, I believe, in that first half, and clawed their way back to a 36-33 game, and really kind of hoping to hang on here down the stretch. And in the previous game versus the Marauders, Bakersfield College really was never in it and got blown out by 20 in the second half. So the Marauders may be that second half team. And Garnett, and a foul's going to get called. And that's going to go against the Marauders, and it's going to go against number 22, Amato Coleman.
Fouls on number 22, Amato Coleman, his second personal.
And Coleman with his second personal foul now. So nobody really in any foul trouble. The Renegades don't have one player with more than one foul. And Burnside, quick defense out on the edge, knocking the ball away from Elijah Wade. BC now traveling right to left down the court. They're in white. The Marauders are in maroon. A real tough time for the Renegades getting that inbounds. And a push off. They're saying that Zykeer Henderson pushed off to get the rebound. He's kind of confused about where that happened.
Number 11, Zykeer Henderson, his second personal, first team foul for the Renegades.
And I didn't see it either, but Greg McCall down trying to argue the case, but once the decision's been made, and I think that coaches, when they really start getting into officials, they're just trying to get in their ear so they don't make the same mistake twice if indeed that was a mistake. Now, granted, I'm not saying it was a mistake. I'm not going to judge. And the perimeter shooting continues. Rajon Chambers drains the three, and now Chambers has 11 points in the game. Henderson can't get that one to go. It's just off the backside of the rim. No touch. And Zykeer Henderson only with 4 points in the game so far. Kind of surprising. BC trying to get the ball across. Henderson out on the perimeter now. And BC just not having a ton of luck from outside. They're 3 of 17. Miller gets his pocket picked clean. And a good job by Rapine Vagaya coming along the backside there. And I don't think Miller saw him. And a turnover for the Renegades. Only 5 turnovers in the game for BC and 6 turnovers for Antelope Valley. And the rebounding statistics are about the same, 21 for BC and 19 for Antelope Valley. Burnside goes down hard, but it didn't look like there was really any contact on that. And James Miller trying to find Henderson down low in the post. They've really been trying to run a post game with Zykeer Henderson down low, and Henderson's going to come out and have a seat right now. And Greg McCall's not very happy with him right now. He won't even talk to him, just shakes his head as he walks past him. Henderson going to make his way down toward the end of the bench. Two minutes gone off the clock here in the second half. Renegades trailing 39-33. Burnside outside. That one's off the mark. Gets nothing but air. Miller almost got called on the travel there.
Close.
And a good job by Burnside stepping in front of the passing lane to get the turnover. And now that's 7 turnovers for the Renegades. Antelope Valley down the lane. And they're going to say a blocking foul. That's going to get called on Zach Garnett to add insult to injury. He kind of got hit below the belt.
He got an elbow close to the groin.
Yeah, he did get an elbow. Garnett trying to shake that one off. Nobody getting up to help. But a couple of big guys down low that Garnett, the 6'7" forward, trying to guard. And he's got the reach advantage, and a travel is going to get called. Now that's going to go against Rapine Vakaya. The guy with only 2 points. And an elbow on Brooks gets rejected by Vakaya. Vakaya goes to jump up, misses on the swing on Elijah Wade. And Burnside trying to cut to the basket and roll that one up off the glass and misses. He's been on the floor a couple of times down, and Zach Garnett just left all alone with an 8-foot shot right there. And the one thing Zach Garnett has the ability to do is to hit that really short to mid-range jumper and get nothing but net. He's had that ability the entire time that I've watched him play over the last 5 years. That's one of his strong suits.
Yes.
He never really has to use the glass. He just has the touch to just drop the ball right in the basket.
Yeah.
And now a timeout is going to get called as the Renegades pulled back to within 2. You're watching Renegade basketball on Go Gates Go on YouTube. We were going to cut away to commercial, but we're going to hang on because it was only a 30-second timeout. And Bakersfield College, once again, back to within 2 points. And honestly, it may be the closest that they've been since the beginning of the game. And they had held a lead for a little bit during the first half, but this is really kind of pulling it kind of close right now. When BC played Antelope Valley back in January, it was kind of just a lopsided game. They were really never in that game. And so far tonight, they're kind of hanging a little closer. That one barely got in time. They were getting ready to count that one down. And the basket will count. A strong fight toward the basket. Amato Coleman.
Basket is good. Fouls on number
And I don't know if the defense could have been any better than that. I mean, it's
going to line shooting 2, number 22.
There isn't a whole lot you can do, and Godwell Famusa is going to get called for his first foul. And Coleman at the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play and extend the lead back to 5. And he does. Once again, in the game versus Antelope Valley, BC was trailing by 6 in the first half, but then got blown out by 20 in the second half. And the foul is going to get called on Rajon Chambers. That'll be his second. Famuso out on the perimeter. Nobody guarding him. Had his second. And Zach Garnett, he's going to tip that back a couple of times. And Zach Garnett just kind of hanging around down there. 2 tips back. And now he's got 4 points. .35 left to go in the game. BC trails 42-39. Antelope Valley working it around the outside. Over to Burnside, guarded by Brooks. Garnett comes away with the rebound, but not after trying to fight it away from Vagaya. Vagaya, a really good reach. He's at 6'5" and a big wingspan. BC shot clock down under 10. Wade tries to drives back to his right, then to his left, then to his right. And he's going to draw the foul, just backing down the defender.
Fouls on number 3, Vagaya, that's his third.
And Rapine Vagaya picks up 2 quick fouls now. That's his third. And now Elijah Wade will go to the stripe. Wade with 7 points in the game today. That's his first trip to the foul line. And now number 34, Max Riley, checking in for Antelope Valley. Riley with 1 foul. So Rapine, the only player for Antelope Valley in foul trouble with 3. And Wade sinks 1 of 2. And again, that pesky lead at 2 points still sticking around. And BC has the ability to get on a run. And that's maybe what they're looking for here. And now it's going to be tipped away. It's going to be off the hands of Rajan Chambers and out of bounds, and a good play by Elijah Wade. In critical defense right now, and BC really has to start applying the pressure. But again, we've seen Antelope Valley get crafty.
Right.
And disappear along that baseline where nobody's tracking anybody, and then they go on that back door and end up getting an easy lay-in. So BC trying to keep from that happening. And good defense there by Amato Coleman, knocking the ball away right into the hands of number 10, Travari Calvel. Calvel now from outside, gives the fake. Got Miller up off his feet and goes to his left and scores. Wade driving to the right, gives it up to Brooks, right underneath the basket, up and in. $13:50 left on the clock here in the second half. Once again, we'd like to welcome those joining us here. I'm Tom Myers, along with Julian Wilson, my producer. And BC taking on Antelope Valley in a game that the Renegades really would like to win. And Zach Garnett gets the block, and that's going to head all the way out into the lobby.
He blocked it into the lobby.
He blocked it all the way to the lobby, and now Zykeer Henderson and Damari Davis checking back into the game right now. So Famuso's going to exit the game. And right there, Zach Garnett with that length, getting the block. And that was on Burnside. And a foul is going to get called away from the ball. That's going to go on Zykeer Henderson. And you know what? I know Zykeer's kind of looking over with this look like he's not doing it, but we've seen him hook.
Right.
He's getting called on that hook, and that's kind of his, I want to say it's his go-to, and sometimes he doesn't get called on it, so he just keeps doing it. And if I didn't get called on it, I would do it too.
Right. I mean, and a lot of players are like that. They can disguise that move so that they can finish their move.
Absolutely. So he does that quite often, and there it is, that backdoor pass to number 34, Max Riley, where nobody was paying any attention. He creeped down the baseline right inside, got the dish, and scored. And now the lead back to 4 with 12:50 to go in the game. Zykeer Henderson, only 4 points in the game, has got to get involved here. And again, Antelope Valley's had his number. And that's a foul, but they're not going to call it. Wow, as he goes to the ground and draws contact. Henderson doesn't seem to be phased.
Nope.
But there was definitely some contact there. I'm not sure how that's a no call, but again, I'm not trying to be critical of the officiating. It's a tough deal. I get it. And we never would be critical. The questions are there.
Yes.
Davis underneath the basket had to have traveled. And yeah, he did call on the travel. Watch Damari shuffle his feet a little bit too much for the liking of the official. He was just surrounded all the way around and wasn't able to get up because You know, Damari is probably 6'2", and he was surrounded by a bunch of guys at 6'5" with, you know, wingspans that are incredibly long.
And you know it was a tough kick out, so his attempt to draw the foul wasn't a bad decision, but he just didn't draw it.
That one high off the glass. No reset on the shot clock, and now the shot clock is down to 8. And now Henderson is going to get called for the foul out on the perimeter as the shot clock was all the way down to 1. And that's going to be Zykeir Henderson's 3rd foul now. Well, I stand corrected. They don't have that correct up on the board. They show 3, and now it goes to 4. And Henderson, with 12:04 left in the game, in jeopardy of fouling out of the game now. And I think, Julian, we can both kind of talk honestly about the fact that Henderson has not been himself tonight.
Right. It's been a tough go for him getting started, you know, because once he gets started, obviously, he's extremely difficult to stop. But let's take a look at that last one, and I guess he got him right.
So he's down in the corner, and he goes up, and Henderson just gets into him too much and didn't really have to swat at him, just goes straight up over the top.
Right.
But draws the contact, and honestly, with 3 fouls, you got to play pretty smart, and that just wasn't a smart play. So Henderson now going to have to come out of the game and sit down. And I think that if we're also talking about it, we've seen that shot down in the corner with time dissipating where Antelope Valley's actually made the shot.
Right.
So, like, you know, on one half, I really don't want to blame him too much because they have that ability just to kind of throw some stuff up. We've seen a couple of them today.
Yep.
A couple of 3-pointers have just gotten thrown up. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. No, he's looking at the line. Nobody out of bounds. And it's back over to Davis, and Davis scores. So probably a good thing they didn't call him out of bounds, but the official was right there looking right at the ground, threw his hands up that there was no call, and probably saw it better than anybody else did.
And that was a great move by Davis on the move. A great move to the basket.
Absolutely. (48-44). And outside once again, and that one's off the mark. Travari Cabell comes up empty, and BC a chance once again to pull to within 2. 11 minutes left on the clock. BC in white or Antelope Valley in maroon. And BC trailing by 4. And Garnett's going to get Chambers gets called for the foul. He got into the body of Zach Garnett with his hand right on his chest. And the official right there to spot it called it immediately. And some of those you let go. But, you know, in a game like this, I think they try to set a tone as it gets further on and more contact starts to happen. They start calling more fouls than they do in the beginning of the game.
Yes, exactly.
Just so they don't have to worry about it getting crazy out of hand down the stretch, and then that ends up being something that they have to factor into the calls. So Markel Brooks, they were looking for him down low, couldn't get him, and a turnover on the play there. And Brooks trying to get the ball from behind. He's surrounded by 4 Renegades were surrounding Mr. Burnside. Burnside now out on the perimeter. Gives it up down inside, and it's kicked back out. A.J. Duke, that one's off the mark. Damari Davis, and Davis is going to get beat up down there. And that's going to go, it looks like, on number 34, Max Riley, and that'll be Riley's second now. You know, Tom Brooks coming over. He's going to have a seat now and get a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you know, Tom, both these teams are getting real physical as we get close to the end of this game. And so, yeah, the referees are definitely going to have to initiate something.
Mari Davis off the mark. That one a little too much mustard on the dog. A 4-point lead. Just under 10 minutes to go in the game. And that's my reminder telling me BC softball is just getting started. That's our version of ESPN's scorebar.
I love it. You got to love it.
So So Godwill Famuso is going to get called for the foul, and that's going to send Amato Coleman to the line. Coleman with 9 points, 1 for 1 from the line today. And now Elijah Wade checking back into the game. .9:36 to go in the game. Renegades trailing 48-44. And not a lot of scoring in this second half.
Not at all.
It's been pretty slow. But BC holding close. And, you know, we talked about it. They scored 67 in the last game. The BC now pulls to within 3. It's a 49-46 lead for Antelope Valley. Just over 9 minutes to go. And the Marauders are just looking out on the perimeter, trying to get an open three-pointer, and then still driving down the lane. And that one, a real hard rebound for Zach Garnett. That one just shot off the rim down below. You saw him arch back to try and make sure he got a handle on it. Miller out on the perimeter being guarded by Coleman. Almost lost a handle on the ball there. Coleman still guarding. Shot clock down to 6. Rios drives the lane, finger roll, up and out. That one almost had a chance.
And it wasn't a bad shot, a great move by Joaquin.
Now Joaquin has scored on that same type of action today. And it's 49-46. And again, hiding down there on the baseline, Max Riley. And a timeout is going to get called. And we're waiting for the Renegades to get to within even at least. They trail by 5 with 8:08 left to go here in this second half.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, hold you know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this.
Coming back out of the timeout. 8:08 left on the clock here in the second half. The Renegades taking on the Marauders of Antelope Valley. BC trails by 5. They have not led since the first 2.5 minutes of the game. They trail by 5 currently, trying to get back into this one.
He wanted him to shoot that shot.
And we talked about their game previously back in January on the 14th against the Marauders. Wade from down in the corner hits the 3, Elijah Wade, and the Renegades pulled it within 2. Antelope Valley led the Renegades 41-35 at the end of the first half, but then just decimated them with 52-32 in the second half to finally win 93-67. So BC playing a different game today, but they have not gotten to the point, and a foul's going to get called. And wait to see who that goes against. Godwill Famuso. And an official comes in to kind of try to have a little conversation about it. I'm wondering what they're going to call. Waiting on the call. No call. I don't know what the call was.
It looks like it's 1-1.
Yeah, it is 1-1 now, but they're going to call that against, it looks like it's going to go against number 23, Joaquin Rios. So Rios is going to come out now. He's got 2 fouls. And Brooks coming back in, and then also checking in, Gustavo Chavez is going to come in for James Miller. Chavez has the ability, once again, he's a three-point shooter. So Elijah Wade, and that one on the 1-and-1 is missed. And the Renegades with a chance to tie it up here. And we talk about this all the time. There is something that has to do. Markel Brooks, he got the feed from Zach Garnett. What a great feed. And then a foul.
Fouls on number 34, Max Riley. That's his third personal.
Contact by number 34, Max Riley. And now Markel with a chance to go to the stripe and tie the game up at 51. Markel, the leading scorer today. This is his first trip to the free throw line, misses the first. He has 15 points. Elijah Wade has 11. But the big surprise, Zykeer Henderson, only 4 points. And I don't know if they just had his number or if that knee really isn't back to full strength. And Markel told me, oh, no, it's all fine. But sometimes I think some of these kids, especially if he's known me as long as he's known me, I don't know if he wants to tell me if it's bad.
Well, you know,
most athletes don't want to do that anyway.
And the athletes want to play.
I understand that. They
athletes
sure do.
Want to play.
Athletes and winners want to win.
That's right.
And he definitely is one of those. And an offensive foul, and that's going to go on number 34, an illegal screen against Max Riley. And Riley now has 4 fouls. And they're going to leave him in, it looks like. I don't see anybody getting up off the bench to come in and relieve him, so they're going to leave him in with 4 fouls. And now the coach kind of looks down the bench and says, oh, wait a minute. Brooks down low on Riley. And that one's going to be off the mark, but the Renegades get the rebound. Oh, and Garnett gets his pocket picked clean.
He did not want to put that on the floor.
And a finger roll up and in by Mr. Burnside, who was trailing on the play, and a smart pass. And now they're back to a 3-point lead. Brooks down low in the paint once again, and he puts that one up and in. And Markel Brooks has been open down low on Max Riley the last 3 trips down, and they're finally starting to find a little bit of a hole there for the Renegades to do some damage. 53-52, just over 6 minutes left to go. And Zach Garnett on the backside gets the block on Max Riley.
The rejection.
Riley thought he had an easy lay-in, and Garnett was just coming right behind. But again, Max Riley just sneaking right along the baseline there, and nobody was keeping an eye on him, and he almost had that shot. Markel Brooks out on the perimeter with the fadeaway. And that one's knocked away by Godwill Famuso. BC still in this one. A much different game than 2 or 3 weeks ago. And a foul's going to get called right there on Godwill Famuso as he was reaching in.
Fouls on number 21, Godwill
And honestly,
Famuso.
at this point, you
That may have been
probably
a good-
want that foul.
Yep, that was a good stop because
Rajon Chambers.
he may have made that shot.
Number 13.
Yeah, Godwill Famuso.
At the line, shooting for Antelope Valley, number 22 on Otto Coleman.
So Coleman, and they called it's a 1-and-1. 18 fouls now for the Renegades, and Coleman's going to drain the first one. And the lead back to 2. Again, BC has not been tied or led since 2.5 minutes in the first part of this
Right,
game.
it has been an uphill battle, but it hasn't been a long uphill battle. They haven't had far to go. They just can't get over that hump.
It's a 2-step forward, 1-step back type
Yes.
of thing. Coleman almost came in and stripped the ball away from Markel Brooks. Famuso down in the paint, looking for somebody, and turns it over. He was trying to get it out to Elijah Wade, and Mr. Burnside right there in the passing lane, and a turnover for the Renegades. And that one just off the mark. The guy was trying to finish. Oh, and a nice pass
Good
and a
pass.
block, and another
Another
block.
block.
And the Renegades just can't get a break down there. Great defense by Antelope Valley.
Marauders are getting the stop when they need it.
That was a fantastic pass by Elijah Wade to Markel Brooks, who went up, got blocked. Then Godwill Famuso got the rebound off the block and then got blocked. Great defense by Antelope Valley in the paint. And right there, Vagaya was trying to make a crafty pass. Oh, no. And a turnover. And just Amato Coleman heads up defense. And now the lead back to 4 with 4 minutes to go. And the Renegades really trying to find their way back into this one. 4:18, 56-52. The Marauders in control. Back after this.
Business Machine, your local leader in office technology, security.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins.
Nice crowd out here for the game for the Bakersfield College Renegades today. Coming up following this game, the BC women take on Antelope Valley. A game that they won 2 to 3 weeks ago, by a score of 55-52. And that was a back-and-forth lopsided type of game. We'll get into more of that coming up here when we get to that game after this one. Renegades trailing 56-52, just over 4 minutes to go. James Miller. And Miller pulls the Renegades to within 1 now. You know, they were trying to find something down low, couldn't. He dished it back over up top to Elijah Wade. He threw it back to him, and then he ended up getting the score. Markel Brooks, a good rebound as Rapine Vagaya was coming across the lane. And really kind of have to hold on to that ball. Antelope Valley's done a very good job of stripping the ball away on rebounds all day long from the Renegades. Henderson down low. Oh, and I thought he was going to go up and jam it. And the Renegades with the leads. First time since 2.5 minutes in the first part of this game.
And the Renegades definitely need a stop here. They need not let the Marauders score on this possession.
3 minutes on the clock. Henderson trying to get the block there off the glass. Henderson comes away with it. And that ball gets stolen away from James Miller. And Elijah Wade on his way back. But A.J. Duke really kind of lost a handle on that one as well. He runs into a little trouble down low, tries to finger roll that one on a reverse, and it's no good. BC now going to slow it down. Greg McCall is going to call a timeout. So BC with the lead for the first time. Once again, since the first 2.5 minutes of the game, the Renegades are leading. A timeout call by the Renegades. We'll be back after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck.
Greg McCall down talking to his team, trying to get their play in and run an offense. The best possibility to get a score and go up by at least 3 with 2:31 left on the clock here in regulation. And BC would really like to pick up a win today. And with that win, it would put them in a tie, at least right now, for second place in the Western State Conference South Division. They would improve to 6-4. Both teams are 13-10 overall. The Marauders are 6-3 in the Western State Conference South Division. Markel Brooks posted up down low, working on Amato Coleman. Still working on Coleman. Henderson out on the perimeter, drives to the right, loses a handle on the ball, and Coleman comes up with it. BC with the turnover now.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left in the game.
And that's 15 turnovers in the game for the Renegades, only 5. And an easy bucket for Coleman underneath. And BC now trails once again by 1. So another chance, back and forth on the offense here. BC once again holding this game a lot closer than that previous game. And Brooks with a reverse lay-in. And BC now has the lead again, and a timeout is going to get called once again. And they're saying no timeout. No timeout. So no timeout. Not sure why that was stopped because the clock should have kept running. The clock should not have stopped on that. .130 on the clock now. Renegades lead by 1, 59-58. The Marauders scored 93 points in the game against the Renegades 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So BC's defense has definitely done a different job today than they did a couple of weeks ago. Henderson has to be careful down low. He's got 4 fouls. That one's way off the mark. Henderson trying to get up. Zach Arnett comes away with the rebound.
And the Marauders will have to foul, stop the clock.
Clock down just under 1 minute now. See, I'm getting excited. I'm starting to get tongue-tied, Julian. Wow.
It doesn't look like they're going to try to stop the clock. They're going to.
Yeah, the Renegades, a foul's going to get called, and that looks like it's going to go against Mr. Burnside. And that's got the Renegades in the bonus already. So now going to the line, Markel Brooks is going to get a chance to shoot 1 and 1. And the opportunity to put the Renegades up by 3. Now, we've seen it all season long, missed opportunities.
Right.
In a couple of games, and I believe there was one 3 weeks ago where they coughed up the ball and the game ended up losing the game. And Markel Brooks drains the first. So Brooks right now with ice in his veins. You know, it's a tough ask when you're down to the wire in a game like this to stand at the stripe and put that ball in the bucket. He's 2 for 3 so far today. And now he's 3 for 4, shooting 75% from the free throw line. And he's giving the Renegades a 3-point lead, 43 seconds left on the clock. And again, Henderson has to be careful here, and a timeout is going to get called by the Marauders. The clock's down to 38 seconds and the shot clock at 23, and we're going to stick around. We got a lot to talk about. Wow, what a game so far tonight. The Renegades were trailing by 3 at the end of the first half.
Right.
And then they trailed the entire second half up until about a minute and a half ago.
And it's been uphill, just like we stated earlier, for the Renegades all afternoon in a must-win game. You know, after losing that game to Los Angeles, they really, really need this win.
Absolutely. That would improve them in their conference to 6-4, and it would drop Antelope Valley down to 6-4. And then there's a couple of other teams that we talked about earlier that are still in conference, and we don't know what their games have turned out to be today, so we don't have any idea on that one. But in the Western State Conference right now, the Renegades were behind. They were in third place. The second place teams, if I can find my notes on this, were West LA,
yes.
Canyons, and Antelope Valley. And the Renegades already beat Canyons once, and it was a pretty good win, but they have to go there and repeat that as well.
Yes.
So BC would be, hopefully, depending on what happens with West LA today and Canyons, a chance to be tied for second at least, and a very crowded second place team. It would put 5 teams there if everybody does the same.
That's right. Again, a must-win this afternoon for the Renegades.
Absolutely. So 38 seconds left on the clock, 23 on the shot clock. And BC with a chance, if the shot clock gets down under 30, they can actually hold on to the ball and have to have a foul, and they do. It's coughed up the ball, and the Renegades have it.
They get
and
to
James
stop.
Miller driving all the way down, gives it up to Henderson. Henderson underneath, throws that one up, and he's fouled with 21 seconds left on the clock, and the Renegades can put this one away.
Yes, they can.
Foul is on number 3, Mr. Burnside, his third personal.
So Burnside draws the foul on Henderson. Henderson out on the court with 4 fouls. And wow, BC coming back from being down this entire half and most of the game, and now they have a chance to really put this one out of reach for the Marauders. A make here by Zykeer Henderson makes this a 2-possession game for the Marauders. And he makes the second one. 21 seconds, and you can see the body language on Amato Coleman as he was inbounding the ball. And that one's out of bounds. And boy, I'll tell you what, there's something to be said.
Yes.
That when things don't go your way at a certain point and you start to see inevitability on this side of the other team, you tend to have a play like that where the team that's been solid, Antelope Valley, this entire game, all of a sudden it starts to just fall apart for them. And a foul's going to get called. And that's going to go on number 22, Amato Coleman. I digress. No, it is not. Well, he said number 11, and then he said 22. The hand signals of the official down here put 11 at the line, but 22s get called for the foul.
Yes.
I've never seen an official actually do that.
Keep in mind, Antelope Valley remembers that last meeting. And so this is a completely different game.
Absolutely. And the Renegades now in the double bonus, so Henderson has a chance to shoot 2. He missed the first. Here's the second. Misses them both, but it's still a 2-possession game. And the Marauders got to hurry up, find their way down. Burnside from outside drains the 3. Wow. Mr. Burnside hits the 3-pointer and now pulls to within 2. And BC actually has to fight to not turn the ball over and make a big mistake. That's absolutely phenomenal. Incredible. And what we thought. And going back to the replay, all the way down, fires up the long NBA-style 3-pointer. And just an incredible play.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. That's absolutely amazing.
Well, this is what you would expect from a Marauder team that, BC got the momentum back, but they're going to stay in it, and that's exactly what they've done. They've stayed in this.
This game is very familiar, similar to the game against West LA where the Renegades took them to overtime back on January 10th, and BC gave up a turnover to let that thing go into overtime, then lost in overtime. So BC does not want the same thing to happen again in the instance here, and right now you can tell the Marauders are crowded down around the inbound line down there, and they are not going to let the Renegades go easy on this one. 9.7 seconds left. First. And he hits the second. And now the inbound with 6 seconds left to go. And a drive down the lane and a foul, and it's going to fall. The basket is good. And the foul's on Zach Garnett. And a chance to make it a 3-point play and pull to within 1. Antelope Valley just hanging around, Julian Wilson.
Hanging around. It just like I said, they're not letting this one get away.
That is remarkable. You'd have been better off just letting them shoot and score down there down low than to draw on the foul, and now that pulls them to within 2 points and a chance to make it a 1-point game where the Renegades would have to get the ball inbounds and hang on to it, and a timeout looks like it's going to get called. Greg McCall's going to talk this one over and make sure that he's got the right personnel in the game at the right time. But Antelope Valley, what a fantastic job. I said something about their body language earlier on not
Right.
being really, focused on, and they turned that ball over there on the end. They've made some self-inflicted mistakes in this
Yes.
last minute.
Yes.
But, boy, can you really say something about the fact that they have managed to keep themselves in this one, and now they trail only 65-64.
And you have to understand, especially the viewers at home, that is not an easy thing to do when you are down with only so much time left to stay in it like Antelope Valley stayed in it.
And he made it a 3-point play. They were just down by 4 points, and now they're down
Right.
by 1.
Now they're
And the
down.
Renegades got to make sure, once again, that they get the ball inbounded without turning it over, because a turnover down here at this end and a quick shot could end the game for the Renegades and give it to Antelope Valley.
That's right, exactly. And so, they're talking about it right now. Right there, McCall is letting them know, look, this is what we have to do right now.
Absolutely. So the Renegades, once again, we've had a couple of tight, close ones here this
Yes.
season. And, boy, I'll tell you what, we keep, for some reason, getting some really close ones. So we're hoping to see how this one ends up.
Yeah, and our Renegades like overtime. And
Absolutely.
so I have to tell you, I can appreciate that fight, the fight of our Renegades.
So the leading scorer for the Renegades today is Markel Brooks, right now with 22 points. And Elijah Wade has 11. BC inbounds the ball, and a quick foul. Not even a full second off the clock. That's going to go on Rajon Chambers. That's going to be Chambers' 4th foul. So Elijah Wade's going to go to the line and shoot 2 with a 65-64 lead and 2.3 seconds left in the game. And he drains the first.
Ticket for Antelope Valley number 10, Travari Cabell.
So Wade, in order to keep this one at bay, really needs to make this shot count right now with 2.3 seconds. That one's missed. The clock is running, and the final shot, and that's going to be off the mark, and the Renegades are going to get the win 66-64, and a fantastic comeback down in this game. They trailed at the most by about 9 points in the game, and managed to find their way back. And we're going to take it down to the court here in a few minutes, and we're going to see Elijah Wade and Markel Brooks and have a conversation with both of them. So give it just a second. We'll get the guys down to the court here.
Yes, they are.
Man, are you kidding me? Stay right here because I'm going to get you and the boys. All right, you need to back up a little?
Hey, take him to the left.
Right here, guys. You guys, right here. Right here. Okay. I'm here with Elijah Wade, Markel Brooks, and Coach Greg McCall. And I'll tell you what, you guys were down by quite a few in the first half. You fought your way back. It was a tough one. You hadn't led since the first 2.5 minutes of the game until the last 2 minutes of the game. What did you guys do? And we had a conversation before the game. I said, be hard, fight hard, and you guys did.
Yep. But we stayed poised on the offensive end, and then I kept getting on our guys, and then
Top, and you sent it right back to him. He was wide open. Markel, you and I keep having these conversations.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor.
Back for our final thoughts of the game today. The Renegades beat the Antelope Valley Marauders by a score of 66-64, a game that they had not led since the first 2.5 minutes of the game, and then didn't lead again until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Exactly. You know, and it was a great win for BC, but it was a tough win. Given what happened last meeting, they knew that they had to pull this one out, and it was tough. And if you don't think that these men, including these coaches, work hard, you got to see it tonight.
Yeah,
how
BC,
hard they work.
Yeah, absolutely. And BC not really kind of themselves on the offensive end. And, of course, credit that to Antelope Valley doing great on defense. They shot about 27% in the first half, but then got that average up to 44% by the end of the game. And Antelope Valley shot 40% and shot 27% from beyond the arc. The Renegades only 25% from beyond the arc.
And Antelope Valley did not play a bad game. They didn't play the same game that they played last time, but they did not play a bad game. BC had to go and fight to win this game.
That's correct. So hang on, everybody. We'll be back probably in a few minutes with the women's game. Thanks for joining us in here. We'll see you in just a few.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, whole gym know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that three. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's house? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades,
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, whole gym know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that three. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's how? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades, this our time, this our floor, we elevate.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, whole gym know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that three. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's house? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades, this our time, this our floor, we elevate.
Moore Park's 8-0, and they're 6-2. So really, everybody in the Western, we're the
Renegade fans, head coach Grant Bingham here. Just want to say thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Thank you for tuning in tonight as we have our Play for K event benefiting the KYAL Cancer Foundation, supporting women in their fight for all cancers affecting women. You have an opportunity to help impact by scanning the QR code on the screen. Thank you for your support. Go Gades. Renegade fans, head coach Grant Bingham here. Just want to say thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Thank you for tuning in tonight as we...
Coming to you from the Renegade Athletic Complex, you're watching Renegade Basketball on YouTube at Go Gades Go. I'm Tom Myers, joined by Jenny Lewis, my production partner tonight, and actually done a couple of jobs with me so far this season, doing a fantastic job for us here. She'll be talking to Paula Dahl tonight, and the Renegades taking on the Antelope Valley Marauders. The Marauders 11-2 overall, 6-3 in conference. The Renegades 16-7, 8-1 in conference. And the Renegades currently in second place in the South Division for the Western State Conference. So once again, we'd like to welcome everybody in. And we're going to head down to the court for the introduction of today's players of the game and Trevor Horn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Renegade Athletic Center on the campus of Bakersfield College, home of your Renegades. Tonight's matchup features the Bakersfield College Renegades versus the Antelope Valley College Marauders. First, the starting lineup for Antelope Valley. At guard, freshman, number 2, Ariana Soyle. At guard, sophomore, number 3, Maya Colquitt. At guard, number 4, sophomore, Kiki Barnes. At forward, number 10, freshman, Brianna Samarian. And at forward, sophomore, number 21, Shiana Sinclair. And now, the starting lineup for your Bakersfield College Renegades. At guard, freshman, number 1, Danica Tolentino. At guard, freshman, number 3, Jamie Niederbaumer. At guard, number 4, freshman, Le'Arian Neva. At forward, freshman, number 5, Alexia Ramirez. And at forward, sophomore, number 14, Diamond Brownlee.
Thank you, Trevor Horn. A very rambunctious Trevor Horn tonight. Jenny Lewis, welcome in on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Fun game tonight. You got
here.
a couple of fun things you're going to do tonight for us. That interview with Paula Dahl could be coming up here sometime during the game. We haven't scheduled it yet, but we'll find Paula at some point and wrangle her. Of course, Paula Dahl, the historic coach here at Bakersfield College, was your coach in college.
She was 2001, I think. Can I admit that? Oh, my goodness.
At least it wasn't the 1900s when I went here.
Almost.
So the Renegades today on the floor with Tolentino, Niederbaumer, Araneva, Ramirez, and Brownlee. For Antelope Valley, it'll be Soyle, Colquitt, Barnes, Samarian, and Sinclair. The Renegades, a lopsided affair in the last appearance for these two teams, and I'll get into that later on here. But a couple of quarters where each team just decided to take the whole quarter off. And BC just kind of held on, scoring 19 points in that final quarter to come back to win by 3. And the first foul of the game, that's going to go on Tolentino. And Tolentino needs to be careful. She got into foul trouble in that last game.
And we certainly do not want her in foul trouble. We need her the entire game.
Absolutely. So Ariana Soyle now at the line shooting her first free throws of the night.
At the line shooting
And, of course, it is Play for K night here at Bakersfield College. The event for women's basketball, there's a QR code on the screen that they'll be putting up throughout the night, and that's your cue to donate to the K-Yow Cancer Fund. Your donation helps support women in cancer to get the support care and equipment that they need. Those attending today's game will receive free pom-poms by donating at the door or showing the proof of donation to the fund. The BC women's basketball team thanks you for supporting the K-Yow Cancer Fund. And, of course, you'll notice that our women's program all in pink tonight. And that one's going to be off the leg of the defender. I believe that was Brianna Sumerian out of bounds. And Diamond Brownlee dribbling from up high. We don't really see her dribble too often. She has the ability.
I can tell already this is going to be a very good game. Both teams are hustling. Both teams are scrappy. No one's going to give up without a fight tonight.
And there it is, Jamie Niederbaumer. That one a little bit off the mark. And Araniva trying to draw a little bit of contact there, throwing her shoulder around.
They're trying to run back, set up a defense. Antelope Valley is really running to run a really disciplined offense. Setting screens, backdoor passes.
This is definitely a different game than we saw a couple of weeks ago, where the Renegades really kind of didn't have any competition, and I don't really want to go I don't want to get too deep into it, or I'm not meaning to insult that other team, but in all honesty,
this is a different game.
This is going to be a different game with a different quality of players for today's game.
We're quickly down 0-3.
And the defense for Antelope Valley really scrappy out on the perimeter. Araniva out on the edge. And you don't see her shoot three-pointers very often. And Ramirez trying to come in and just runs into Brianna Sumerian.
Niederbaumer with a 3 attempt.
And 2 3 attempts so far from Niederbaumer that really have not been on the mark.
I hope she finds her rhythm. She's so instrumental on this team.
Yeah, BC faced West LA a couple of weeks ago and beat them 89-56, and it wasn't even that. I mean, it was even worse than that if you think about it. We called that game. Well, no, I'm sorry, that wasn't the game I'm talking about. The game I'm talking about was versus Canyon, 67-23.
Oof.
And in that game, Niederbaumer outscored Canyons 24-23 herself.
By herself. She had such a great game. It's in there. She'll find her rhythm.
Yeah, the game against West LA was last Wednesday, and Renegades won 89-56 and improved to 8-1 in conference right now. And again, they are in second place behind Glendale right now. Glendale, a very good squad. And so BC's going to be fighting to try to get out of that second place, and at least they get into the playoffs and get a high seed in the playoffs.
Yes.
But in the North Division, there's really not a whole lot of competition for the Renegades. In the North Division, Moore Park is at 8-0, and then Santa Barbara is at 6-2, and everyone else is under 4 wins. So BC with a turnover there. And we've seen BC also not get historically going sometimes in the first part of the first quarter, and then warms up over time.
But you don't want to bury yourself too deep, and it's really hard to dig yourself out of that hole. Solid rebounding there.
Ramirez driving to her left, gives it
Nice
up.
play.
Brownlee
Great
down
execution.
and Brownlee on the backside, and Ramirez finding her right there for the easy lay-in.
What a great assist by Ramirez. She saw the court really well. Oh, no one was there for the weak side rebound.
A nice rebound. And Kiki Barnes with the easy putback.
Oh, you don't often see Tolentino driving to the basket, do you?
Niederbaumer driving to the basket. No, we're all good.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, one has a very, very long ponytail, which isn't a ponytail today, by the way. Wow, that's a lot of hair. So Niederbaumer, you do not ever really see her drive. She might fake drive and then come back out and drain the three. And who knows, maybe she needs a little confidence in getting the shot at any point.
Yep.
The foul shot will get the ball rolling really quickly. Just under 6.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, but that's 2 for 2 at the free throw line. I don't know what our stats are right now, but we are a very solid foul shot team, which does help close that gap. So, very quickly we're at 4 and 5. We're only down by 1. I love how strong we are at that free throw line.
And some kind of conversation is going on here. I'm not sure what that is. The trainer was coming over to kind of check out one of the players. Everything seems to be okay. Maybe getting some tape on the finger of Brianna Samarian. She does have some tape on that right index finger.
Oh, what a great steal.
And Tolentino got a little deep in the pocket but managed to find her way back.
Great layup.
And the Renegades with the lead now 6-5.
And there's another steal.
Tolentino.
Nice layup. Perfect execution.
And a timeout's going to get called.
No surprise there.
And the Marauder staff is up off the bench, and they're not happy about how that ended up going right there. And the Renegades have rambled off 6 points in a row now.
That full court press is very effective.
So what we were talking about earlier was that the competition that the Renegades had in the last game with this Marauder squad. I'm trying to pull the stats on that right now, and normally I have a stat sheet ready to go, but today's been kind of a weird day. We called softball at the beginning of the day as BC was taking on Ventura College, and Bakersfield College rambled off 8 runs in the first inning and then got blanked over the next 3 innings, and then in the 5th inning, they finally scored a couple more runs after the Pirates had scored 3 runs, and then they run-ruled them with 8 in the 5th inning. So BC over the Ventura College Pirates by a score of 11-3. And then BC on the baseball side, on the backside of us, we were listening to that game while we're calling the softball game. And Robert Chavez, the PA announcer over there, we could hear everything that was going on with that game. BC ended up winning that game by a score of 8-7, and they had lost in the previous 2 games versus the Falcons of down south. And unfortunately, Cerritos had beat them really bad yesterday by a score of 20-1, and then the game before that by a score of 8-2. So the Renegades really hadn't been in the game those 2 games, but finally come back and get a win. 1 out of 3. Not great, but not bad. You'll take that after you got blanked in the last 2 games.
Gosh, Niederbaumer with the steal.
And Niederbaumer should not have given the ball up on that one.
She should have gone for it.
Brownlee could have at least cut to the inside, sealed off that trailing defender, and gotten the bounce pass at that point.
I like the idea. I like the aggression.
Well, and the one thing that you'll notice, and I think that we've noticed this so far this year with the Renegades, is seeing them, that one extra pass in their offense starts to make all the difference in opening it up.
Well, I agree. The only way you can beat a full court press is to make them pass. They are not going to beat us by dribbling, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
There's
BC
the
putting
passes,
on, and there's nobody back, but a missed easy layup.
Which is why a passing game works in order to break it. So they're executing that very well. We're going to have to cover back.
Absolutely. That one, yeah, they definitely, if they're going to full court press and go press defense, they're going to have to be sure that they got somebody back.
Correct.
And the one thing I noticed on that play, Diamond Brownlee really doing a good job. Very speedy for a gal of her height.
Oh, no foul call there. Wow, so surprising.
And no jump ball call there. We've seen some pretty quick jump ball calls here as well.
Yeah.
They get one extra hand on that ball, and it's called immediately usually. That one they kind of let them play. And I'm a bigger fan of letting them play through a little contact with when both have the hand on the ball. Now, if you're going up for a layup and there's a contact with the hand on the ball, then I like that jump ball call usually. Araniva on defense down low with Ramirez, and wow, that was a deep 3.
We have Coach Grant Bingham calling for 3 in the key, and he did not get it.
Zanaya Wyatt, yeah, and they were parked down there guarding her the whole time was Alexia Ramirez and Diamond Brownlee, and they don't get the call. Or actually, I think that was Layleen Araniva. Araniva now out all the way around. Niederbaumer wanted to take that shot. Ramirez going to drive to her right. Actually, that's a great play by Lexi Ramirez.
She manhandled that number 21.
I didn't think Lexi had the speed to get around her, but put in an extra gear. And another attempt. Maddie Martin, that one's off the mark. And now the Renegades with a 10-8 lead and 4 minutes to go. And some of these quarters go really quick. And Layleen Araniva's not a long three-point shooter. She is more of a drive and draw the foul type of player and get to the line, and she hasn't really taken advantage of that so far tonight. Tolentino comes away with the rebound.
She's the smallest one on the court, and she got that rebound. Oh, we got a couple on the ground.
Now, Leilene Araneva on that one, I didn't agree with her continuing all the way down into the pocket. She got too deep into the pocket and had no chance for a layup on that one.
Well, if you get too far under the basket, you are out of options.
She could have pulled up,
Yep.
stopped, jumped right there, and just put one off the glass and in.
Look at that trick
Lexi
shot.
Ramirez.
Good for her. Way to just have some basketball IQ.
Not to mention the fact that Lexi Ramirez is just a powerful player down low. And a nice
Great
basket there by Ariana Soil
Yep.
after contact. And Lexi Ramirez reached out, got a hand on the ball as she tried to strip it away. Soil held on to it and still is able to finish
Yep.
the play.
Ooh, oh. Gosh, these refs are really letting a lot slide.
They are letting a lot go right now.
There could have been 3 or 4 reaching fouls already.
And I haven't called it, but Mia Samaniego in the game now for the Renegades had checked in already. Shot
How
clock
is
went
that?
off. The shot clock went off. They were, it was still a good call. Letting them play through it.
Ramirez is a little frustrated right now,
And
and
Ramirez,
I can't blame her.
And I don't know if she's just throwing elbows or what, but fighting for the ball ends up getting called for the foul. It's only her first. And the second team foul. And again, and we always like to explain some of the rules that have changed in the last couple of years for basketball, especially with the women's basketball program in junior college and college, as well, and the high school basketball foul rules, where now it's 5 fouls per quarter.
She moved her feet.
And then you get to the double bonus after 5 fouls.
Yes. I think that's going Ramirez. Yeah, she didn't have her feet planted.
And 2 quick fouls on Lexi Ramirez, and she's going to come out and sit down.
That's another one we cannot have in foul trouble. She's too important to this game.
And Carly Hayes now in the game, and we haven't seen Carly Hayes a whole lot till later on in the games. And my guess is that maybe, either she's progressed or she's healed up somewhere, but she really hasn't been coming in until the end of some of these games lately. So Carly Hayes is going to fill in now as Lexi Ramirez is going to the table, and she's over there right now getting her foot looked at and her ankle.
I think her ankles, yeah. I do like Carly Hayes' size. She's a 5'11 freshman. So she brings a little height out here.
Absolutely, out of Tehachapi High School, played with Jamie Niederbaumer. Samaniego from outside. Araneva comes up with the rebound, doesn't go back up with it. And now Araneva driving to her right, dishes outside once again to Samaniego from the corner and drains the three.
What a great shot.
Mia Samaniego. And the Renegades back to a 15-12 lead now with 1:45 to go in the first quarter.
2 far under the basket, and this is what we were talking about. She's too far under to make any effective shots.
And then she's outside and not able to rebound.
That's
and number
right.
21, Shania Sinclair, is 5'10", and she can move a little bit better, but she was too deep underneath the basket, like you said. So once you get that far in the pocket, and Araneva just right off the glass, no arc, just shoots that thing right to the glass and in. Absolutely fantastic.
Bingham is still running a full court press. What a great move by number 2. Soil.
Ariana Soil just shifty.
And that's a great
really
word.
Quick.
I love that word.
Very shifty, kind of Allen Iverson-ish.
Yeah, she's going to trick you.
Yeah, 5'4" freshman
She
out
can
of
move
Lancaster,
so well.
California, in Antelope Valley High School, stayed home. Quite a lot of student athletes on this squad from the Antelope Valley area.
Long toss down to number 3.
A nice pass and a good lay-in. Maya Colquitt. And now they pull back to within 1. 7 seconds the difference on the shot clock and the game clock. Game clock down to 27. And the Renegades trying to get this down to the last shot to not give Antelope Valley a whole lot of time, which makes a lot of sense.
Great screen.
Hayes with a nice pick. Niederbaumer throwing up a prayer and gets fouled out on the perimeter by number 12, Maddie Martin. And now she's going to go to the line to shoot 3. And that's the one free throw shooter on the Renegade squad you don't want to give 3 opportunities to.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. Well, they called it on Leandria Zachary instead. And I don't know if they called it away from the ball. I don't think she was out on Niederbaumer. So hard to say, but she's going to get 3 shots anyway. Both teams with 3 team fouls in the quarter. So neither will probably most likely not make it to the bonus.
Three for 3. What a great free throw shooter.
And she's 5 for 5 so far.
Yep.
Antelope Valley will get the last shot here. Clock down to 4. Back outside. Brianna Samarian, and that one's off the mark. The Renegades leading 20-16 as we head to the second quarter. Back with more basketball action after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Hard hustle.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back for the second half. Bakersfield College Renegade basketball is brought to you by Jamba Juice. Visit one of our Jamba Juice locations here in Bakersfield. Thank you for your support, Jamba Juice, of Bakersfield College Athletics. And the Renegades leading 20-16 as we head to the second quarter. And a really good offensive production for that first quarter. They had 19 in the first quarter versus Antelope Valley when they faced them a few weeks ago. And that one a nice shot and in, and it's 20-18.
Really great executed play there is all I was thinking.
Yeah, coming out of a timeout, you really want to see that as a coach.
I imagine that's what he talked about. Actually, they've got a lot of coaches, so I don't know if it's he or she. I apologize. I think they've got 4 down there, 4 head coaches.
They've got quite a few
big
coaches.
Staff.
Right
They've got a big staff. That's a lot of support. That's excellent. Oh, we've got a steal.
Tolentino, and that one just barely got over the rim.
It crept right in there. Nice layup.
And a block by Niederbaumer, and she's going to get called on the foul on that, so must have gotten contact with the hand. So that'll be the first foul on Jamie Niederbaumer in the game. Well, and I said Niederbaumer. There it is. I'm waiting for – they're a little slow on the scoreboard today. I'm trying to keep track of things as much as I can. So BC right now – 4-point lead. And Leander Zachary at the line shooting 2. BC was down to Antelope Valley in the first quarter a couple of weeks ago by a score of 17-16. And it was pretty even. And then in the second quarter, Antelope Valley just kind of stopped playing, and the Renegades beat them by a score of 13-7. But then the Renegades laid down in the third quarter, only scored 7 points, and Antelope Valley scored 21 before the Renegades came back in the fourth quarter and outscored them 19-7. So a 55-52 win 3 weeks ago against Antelope Valley. And BC today trying to hang in there and keep their production going quarter over quarter. And we'll find out more as this one progresses.
Diamond Brownlee gets the foul.
So Brownlee's first foul, but 2 quick team fouls here with 18:39 to go in the second quarter. And again, 5 team fouls gets the other team into the double bonus now. So the Renegades have to be very cautious to kind of play within themselves. And Leandra Zachary at the line right now, the second time in the last 30 seconds that she's been at the line. Zachary misses both.
Lots of hands up in the air.
Ardeneva comes away with it.
Nice behind the back by Tolentino.
Tolentino driving to the right, throws that one up off the glass and scores.
I love to see that. Ball handling skills and executing the layup.
And just the fact that she had the wherewithal to put the ball on the glass where she did makes all the difference in the world. And Leandria Zachary on the backside there, nobody to guard her, and a good extra pass for the score. 8 minutes left to go in the quarter. And a travel by Brownlee.
Dang.
And that extra step just didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, did it?
It's just hard to get that dribble down first before taking that step. It takes a lot of discipline. And honestly, when I was a player, I didn't practice too much dribbling. I was a big girl. I stayed under the basket, so dribbling wasn't something that I worked on enough. I will admit that. I did not work on it enough. So to get that extra dribble before the extra step is something that does take a lot of discipline.
Ball knocked out of bounds by the Marauders. Renegades with the 24-21 lead. Niederbaumer looking for a little bit of room out there on the perimeter, is not getting it. They've scouted her for sure, don't you think?
For sure. They're not letting her get any shots off. And Niederbaumer does like to take her time when she shoots, right? She likes to have a balanced shot.
Yeah, sometimes a little too much time.
Oof.
And that one's going to be off the shin of Tolentino and out of bounds. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for the Marauders, 16. Glendale scouted Jamie Niederbaumer big time and just had somebody on her the entire game. They were standing down in the corner, just the two of them all alone, not moving anywhere.
Smart. Well, if
she was trying to get away and just couldn't.
And I think if you get shut down on offense, then the next best thing, as frustrating as it is to be a beast on defense. And we're seeing that out of her right now.
And again, slashing to the basket, Ariana Soyle once again, and now she's got 7 points in the game.
We got to shut her down.
And that's going to take a double team to do that for sure. Samaniego from outside, that one's off the mark. And a good rebound by Brianna Samarian. And now Soyle driving and drives that one, goes into Diamond Brownlee, draws contact, and still scores. And now Soyle has 9 points and leads all scorers in the game. Danica Tolentino has 8 for the Renegades. And Soyle is on.
It's off the mark just
Niederbaumer. And she stepped out of bounds. We saw it from here.
Lucky break.
Maya Colquitt, as she planted that right foot to throw the ball, stepped out of bounds. And now beautiful Vasquez checking into the game for the Renegades. And a 30-second timeout is going to get called. And Jenny, right now the Renegades down 25-24. And it just seems like they were just up, and all of a sudden, here comes Antelope Valley creeping right back into it again.
Sports is about momentum. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
And it can change in an instant.
So talk to us again. We're going to have this conversation, a little bit more of this conversation tonight, but your time with the incomparable Paula Dahl.
I was really lucky that I got to be coached by her. I wasn't a lifelong athlete. I dabbled in a lot of different things. I sang at church. I kind of acted, and then I just sprouted. And my parents were like, maybe we should get you in sports. So I really didn't play sports seriously until high school, which nowadays with club, that seems unheard of. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
So then to get her, after only playing at a competitive level after 4 years, was a real privilege. And she taught me a lot, and she actually brought in a really great staff. Emery, he's still here. He was my coach. He was one of my coaches.
Yeah. And that little sidestep there, almost a travel. They didn't call it. It's going to be off. Well, the foul's going to go against Leandria Zachary as the ball rolls out of bounds. And now checking back in. It's going to be number 4, Kiki Barnes, and number 21, Shania Sinclair. Sinclair at 5'10", but honestly, looking out there on the court, she looks a heck of a lot taller than 5'10". I think I'm going to have to go stand next to her. But it's the length. Her arms are incredibly
really
long.
arms.
What a wingspan.
I think it's also she moves very, very well.
And I'm surprised she hasn't been more of a force on the offensive end. And I think there's an aggressive issue there because she really does have the ability to move. She shifts her feet very well. And Lexi Ramirez right there just backed her up. And then as she got way too far underneath the basket, backs her up, finds the space, and makes the shot.
I can't imagine Sinclair is very happy that she got beat right there on that play. Ooh. Everyone's hollering.
And 10 seconds elapse off the clock. And the Renegades get a turnover. 5:21 left to go here in this second quarter. And coming up at the end of this half, Jenny Lewis is going to have an interview with Grant Bingham before they head into the locker room. And then during half, I think we're going to have a little conversation with Paula Dahl, correct?
It would be my pleasure.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And, of course, it's always nice to talk to her. I became the announcer here at Bakersfield College about 5 years ago, maybe a little longer than that now, actually. And she was always I was a brand new guy, and she was just, you thought I'd been here 100 years as nice as she was to me.
I don't really think she knows a stranger.
No, she doesn't. And she was always easy to talk to. And if you had questions about the team and you wanted to know something that, that the general public doesn't get to know, she would tell you the ins and outs of what's going on with her program. And I just remember some of the conversations I had with her about the quality of the team players that she has. And you know what? Usually you don't hear coaches talk about their quality of their people as much as they talk about their athleticism.
I will say, I think Coach Dahl was more in the business of kind of raising strong women, even more than she was about raising athletes. She cared about the content of our character more than how we played on the basketball court.
It's so nice to hear you say that because that's exactly how I feel about her too.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to the conversation you're going to have with her coming up during halftime. And, of course, Grant Bingham's going to have a lot to say, I'm sure, with the 26-25 lead. And there really haven't been a whole lot of offensive production here. 9-6 in this quarter. Tolentino once again with a great shot off the glass.
I don't know how Sinclair is not shutting her down. She's there. I think Tolentino is able to shoot over her long arms, over her height.
And the Renegades may have just found a little bit of an answer to the issue that has been Ariana Soyle. Because on that play, beautiful Vasquez followed her all the way down to the basket, and with those long arms was able to shut her down. That ball way over the top of the basket because she has no other place to go.
I would not leave Ariana Soyle unguarded for 1 second in this game.
She is absolutely unstoppable. Vasquez, and she throws that one in just right over the edge of the basket and just drops right in. And the Renegades now with a 5-point lead and 4:03 to go in this second quarter.
He's calling off a full court press right now.
Lexi Ramirez right now on Shania Sinclair.
I think that's a great matchup. Lexi Ramirez, I think, has 2 fouls. Is that right? So she does,
yes. And Sinclair just off the mark on that one. Hits the side of the backboard. And Vasquez.
Oh, in and out. Darn.
That one not soft enough. The other one was a little too soft, and I think she saw that because it just skipped over the front of the rim, so she put a little more on that one than the last one. Just under 3.5 to go here in the first half. Neither team really in any foul trouble. The Renegades with 2 team fouls. Antelope Valley with 1. And a dish outside to Kiki Barnes. That one's off the mark, and Tolentino with the rebound. And I think one of the surprising things we've talked about is the absolute sheer number of rebounds that Danica Tolentino comes away with in the game. And right now she's the leading rebounder on the Renegades with 4, tied with Diamond Brownlee.
I love it. I love to see it.
So the tallest player on the team is tied for rebounds with the shortest player on the team.
Might have an injury. Oh.
And I think that Leilene Araniva got just grilled right in the middle.
I think so. Oh, no. She is hurting.
And that might have been a knee. And she's trying to laugh it off.
Trisha's out there. She was my trainer, too.
Was Trisha your trainer as well?
Yeah. She was so
Araniva's
nice.
going to have to come out because she stopped play. So they're going to have to replace her. And right now over at the table is Samaniego is going to end up checking in. And I'm surprised they haven't asked them to clear the court. And the Renegades right now, I don't think that they want to rest this too much because this is kind of a, maybe we're taking advantage a little bit here. But the one thing you don't want when you're on a roll is the stop and play because it could
like we
hurt.
talked about the momentum.
It could hurt the momentum, absolutely. So I don't know if this is going to help or hurt the Renegades.
For the Renegades, checking in for number 4, Leilene Araniva, is number 6.
So Mia Samaniego now back in the game for the Renegades. Samaniego's had a couple of tries from the outside because they're not really worried about her shooting the three-pointer. And she's been, off the mark a little bit, has not made one yet. Samaniego does have, actually I digress, she does have one three-pointer so far with 3 points. Danica Tolentino, the leading scorer, with 10 points for the Renegades. Ariana Soyle, of course, no surprise, the leading scorer for Antelope Valley with 9. And now the officials are having a little bit of a rule question here. We're trying to figure out where everybody is and what everybody's doing. So trying to figure out what the official over here is talking to Grant Bingham about. And he's getting a little bit. The official, I've never heard an official get chippy with another official.
I was noticing that as well.
Or is he getting? He's getting chippy with the coach. Someone's going to get a technical if they're not careful.
But that makes a little more sense than yelling at your coworker. Lex Ramirez working hard down there. Can't get her shot to go in.
And a jump ball's going to get called. Niederbaumer trying to fight the ball away from Kiki Barnes. And the possession arrow points in favor of Antelope Valley. And now Beyonce Fimbris checking in. Fimbris out of Liberty High School, your daughter's high school. And I called Beyonce's name in basketball for a number of years through high school and all the tournaments that we had.
Love seeing our local girls come to BC, play at this college. Ooh, Soyle lost control of that ball.
Well, Niederbaumer went down on the ground, but they're going to say that she grabbed a hold of the wrist of Ariana Soyle. And now second personal foul for Jamie Niederbaumer. And third team foul, just over 2 minutes to go. And Niederbaumer disrupting the passing lane and knocks it out of bounds.
Like we said, if she's going to get shut down in offense, then she is going to step it up on defense. That's exactly what she's doing. But that's what makes her such a good basketball player.
And right now, one of the things that we're seeing out of Antelope Valley that we haven't seen, it didn't seem like there was any urgency on the offensive board or the offensive end of the court. There's no hustle like there was just now across the lane, pulling up and shooting that. And it was a good quality look at a shot, even though she missed it. But we have not seen a lot of that out of Antelope Valley like we were seeing early on. And Soyle seems to be the only one with, really still has her motor going. And I don't know if that's just people getting tired already.
That's what I was wondering. I don't know what the fatigue level is.
And that's going to be a foul. We saw it all the way with Shania Sinclair. And those are tough because anytime you reach over your body, you're going to get the call.
If you look like you're swinging or you're coming down.
That's exactly correct.
At the line shooting two for the Renegades, number 6, Mia Samaniego.
So Samaniego now at the line to shoot 2. She has 3 points in the game. She's hit 1 3-pointer so far. And she misses the first. And checking into the game now for the Marauders is going to be number 11, Leandria Zachary. I don't know why they're holding her. So a minute 20 to go. The clock now at 1 minute to go. Shot put up by Zachary, no good. And Niederbaumer outside. She was looking for a second, drives the lane, throws it high off the glass and misses. And that one almost out of bounds and a great save. Soil trying to get around Tolentino and does, and wow, what a shot. Bounced it right off the front of the rim. It hits back into the glass and falls in. And it's a 30-27 lead for the Renegades. And the shot clock is off, and the Renegades looking for the final shot. Samaniego down in the corner. That one misses. And that's going to be the end of the quarter, and the Renegades 30, the Antelope Valley Marauders 27. And Jenny Lewis is going to get a conversation with Grant Bingham. And we're going to head on down to the court right now where Jenny is standing by.
Another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, they're heading out to the concourse.
Right, great first half. You guys are up by 3. How did the first half go for you?
Slow in the first, picked it up a little bit. Obviously, we started applying a little bit of defensive pressure like we've been doing. That helped a lot, and we just got to pick it up, bring in some energy to start the third.
So to me, it looked like Ariana Soil is the biggest offensive threat. What is your strategy for shutting her down the second half of this game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, we're supposed to be rotating help side. We're supposed to be stepping up. I mean, she's a charge liability right there. She does get downhill really well. We need to be moving our feet a lot better. We're not shifting over to be able to stop her from getting to the basket. So that's a big adjustment.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
So Grant Bingham telling you what he thinks right now, and the Renegades clinging to a 30-27 lead, and we'll be back with the second half in a bit.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, hold you know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate.
Jenny standing by with Coach Paula Dahl. We're heading down to the court.
How are you?
I'm great. How you doing, Jenny?
Okay, I'm going to have the mic right in your face.
That works.
We're really close here.
Just as we were as player and coach.
I know. Do you want to talk about when I played for you?
You know what?
We don't want to give away any secrets, though.
I still remember Jenny running down the left side of the lane. She'd always be open. She was a post player that actually ran the floor and would score and was a blast, and she was just mean and ornery, and so the perfect player.
Okay, I don't know if you remember this, but I have said this on our broadcast a couple of times. I fouled out, I think, every single game that I played at BC. So the mean checks out.
Yeah, I actually don't remember that. Who knows how many hours of sleep I lost over that one, but I'm glad I just blocked it out.
I think a lot. I think you lost a lot of sleep over our years. But let's talk about Kay Yao and why this is so important to you and your family.
So I met Kay Yao just before she passed away. Legendary coach at North Carolina State, coached Team USA, brought home the gold. just a phenomenal, phenomenal woman. You know, and for me, all I have to say is cancer sucks. 5 of the 7 of us in my immediate family have dealt with cancer. My mom died of cancer. It impacts all of us. My sister-in-law has been dealing with breast cancer. My buddy at Riverside Community College, same thing. It impacts everyone. And so I've had the opportunity to work with the K-Yao Foundation. I've worked with them at the national level, and they are unbelievable with what they're doing. They're focusing on the one. They're going into less privileged areas. They're providing cancer screenings. At the Final Four, they had free mammograms for anybody who wanted them that was over 40. The work they're doing is phenomenal. So last year, Bakersfield College was #1 in the country for donations for community colleges. We're almost at $4,000 now. We need to get to 7. We need to get to $7,000. I'm also in charge of it for the entire state, where we raised $15,000 last year. So BC did half of that, and we hope to double it to 30. So yes, cancer is personal. It hits all of us. And I love what K-Yao says. If life kicks you, let it kick you forward. So let's kick cancer in the teeth. Let's kick things forward, and let's go save lives.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jetty. So once again, it's the K-Yao fundraiser, and the QR code is on your screen. Today is the Play for K event for women's basketball. Go to the QR code. Your donation will help support women with cancer to get the supportive care and equipment that they need. And, of course, those who are attending the game today got a pom-pom for free. And if they donate at the door, it's very much appreciated. BC Women's Basketball thanks everybody for their support of the K-Yao Cancer Fund. We'll be back with more Renegade basketball after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, hold you know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that 3. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's how? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades, this
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring that flame.
Hear that crowd when we take the floor. Energy up, can't ignore. When the ball tip off that glass, whole gym know who running. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate. Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, lock it down, break away, yeah, we elevate.
Full court press, yeah, we set the tone. No fly zone, better leave it alone. Cross you up, splash that three. Crowd jump when we hit that heat. Every play built on grind and trust. One squad strong, yeah, it's all of us. Championship mindset every night. Eyes on banners, yeah, we aim that high. Fast lanes, quick hands, sharp vision. We execute with precision. Lady Renegades never fold. Heart of a lion, yeah, we bold. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Stomp, stomp, clap, let's go. Who's house? Renegade house. Who runs it? We run it now.
New walls, new roars, same ambition. Every season, write a new tradition. History made every time we play. Renegade Nation, lead the way. Renegades, renegades, hands up high, let them know we dominate. Renegades, renegades, this our time, this our floor, we elevate.
The second half is brought to you by Jamba Juice, Bakersfield College. Happy to have the support of Jamba Juice. Visit one of their 5 locations here in Bakersfield. And the Renegades with a 30-27 lead right now. Really trying to hang on to this one. And so we'll find out really if the Renegades really have what it takes to make it down the stretch. In the third quarter of the game 3 weeks ago against Antelope Valley, they were outscored 20-7.
Yikes.
So we're kind of hoping that we don't have a repeat of the same thing today. And I digress. I was wrong. 21-7. So BC offensive production really needs to, like, bite down and stick with it. And Brownlee driving, and that one just too deep into the basket. A great job driving down, and that one a little bit maybe too long on the step there. Got away with a little bit of a travel.
She definitely did.
But a missed opportunity by both squads just now.
You know, you said it during our halftime wrap-up meeting. If we can stay consistent through all 4 quarters, we will be able to pull this off.
Ramirez driving down into the paint, turns around, throws that one up, and they're going to call a travel on that. She must have dragged the pivot foot at some point, but that looked pretty clean.
I thought she for sure was getting the and one on that.
But Ramirez was just guarded solely all alone down there, and a good idea. And again, that one kicked outside. Brownlee comes away with the rebound. Arneva up to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer right out there on the outside, throws one up, can't get it to go, and she's still blanked out on the perimeter. And a nice pass by Arneva to Brownlee, who goes high off the glass.
Great shot.
You know, it's the touch that is incredible that the Renegades have made quite a few shots today where they're just going really high off the glass when they've gotten to a point where there's just no other place to go.
I know, you hear, I was told by I think Coach Cherry. Do you remember Wayne Cherry? Gosh, he was the best in high school. He told me to kiss the glass. He always said that, kiss the glass. We're not forcing anything up.
So Brownlee goes down to the ground and still trying to dribble it.
Yeah.
What a great job.
Kiki Barnes had the dribble going when she was on the ground.
Kiki, I've never seen anybody sitting on their behind dribbling the ball and could have gotten back up still dribbling the ball. I think that she thought it would have been a travel, but it's not. As long as the ball is being dribbled, you can be down on your knees. You can get back up again. It's when you pick up the dribble that it gets dangerous. And Lexi Ramirez back to that right down the lane and throws that one in. And the confidence that she has to be able to drive the lane and put that one right up and in.
Oh, she just split the defense. Look at her. Oh, Ariana Soil, she is fun to watch.
Ariana Soil is like Allen Iverson right now. I said it once before. I'm going to say it again out there on the court. And that one stripped away from Jamie Niederbaumer. And Soil with a nice bounce pass.
Oh, missed.
That one's just going to miss. And a nice try by Maya Colquitt as she goes to the ground.
A little jump shot there.
Brownlee comes in. That one, and now they're going to call the jump ball on that one. Possession arrow pointing to the Marauders. And beautiful Vasquez now checking in, and Niederbaumer coming out. And the body language of Jamie Niederbaumer right now. Tell everybody what you think.
I was just going to say, here's the thing. I feel for her. It's tough when you are off your shooting game. We're losing equipment.
I think we are. That was probably something of mine. No big deal. We're good.
Her body language looks a little defeated right now, but I think she can recover with a little breather. She's talking to her coach.
Yeah, Grant's having a conversation with her down at the end of the bench right now, and you can tell Niederbaumer's just a little bit disheveled.
Oh,
Lexi Ramirez fighting through that one. And it's like we've seen already, and I think right now they need to rely on Lexi Ramirez.
She's having a great game. I do think that she is playing through some ankle discomfort right now, which just shows how gritty this girl is.
Absolutely. Ramirez has 8 points as the second leading scorer on the team behind Tolentino, who has 10.
Great pass.
And a dish to Vasquez and a sidestep, and can't get that one to go. And she had a good look there, but didn't use the glass like she probably would have wanted to.
Nice look.
And Layleen Araneva all the way down. And you know what? I've seen her all through high school flying down the court on a pass like that and able to stop herself up enough to be able to get the swing. And I think that one belongs to me. I lost a little bit of a pad off of my microphone.
All kinds of things are happening up here.
Yeah, Bakersfield College right now on a run, 36-29, and they have outscored their opponent 6-2 here in this third quarter. The game a couple of weeks ago, and I keep going back to it, but The score in the first quarter, it was 17-16. Then the Renegades outscored Antelope Valley 13-7 in the second quarter. They were outscored 21-7 in the third quarter, and then came back and outscored Antelope Valley 19-7 in the fourth quarter to win the game 55-52.
I was just trying to look at some of the stats from the last game in terms of scoring.
Layleen Ardeneva had 19 points. This was the leading scorer for the Renegades in that game.
Yeah.
And for Antelope Valley, their leading scorer was Ariana Soil with 21 points.
That comes as no surprise to anybody.
Exactly. And again, too far down, and beautiful Vasquez. Picked that ball up off the ground, turn around, puts it off the glass and in.
Great layup. They're calling for a full court press. They do not want to leave Soil open at all.
A great job by the Renegades crashing down on Soil and closing off the lane. Soil now out on the edge.
Oh.
And nobody there to box out on the rebound.
We've got.
And Ramirez goes to the ground, and she's going up against Kiki Barnes. Ramirez slow getting up, but she's all right. And Lexi Ramirez doesn't have a happy look on her face right now. She's really fighting out there today.
She always is, though. Wouldn't you agree? She has, you know her from Frontier, is that right?
No, she didn't go to Frontier.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. She is gritty every time she plays.
Lexi Ramirez went to Shafter High School,
Thank
and I know her from Shafter High School.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Because I've seen them play. She's played in a bunch of tournaments at Frontier High School over the last 4 years of her high school career. So I've seen Lexi play for a number of years, and she's just a scrappy player. And right there gets the rebound.
Executed that so well.
And the Renegades in control right now with an 11-point lead and just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And the defense right now tightening up. They smell blood in the water on the Marauders. Ardeneva fighting hard down there. But Brianna Samarian just backing her down and ends up drawing the foul, and that's going to go against Layleen Ardeneva. So 2 shots. Oh, they're going to call that on Fimbres. Okay, I didn't see that.
First personal for her.
So nobody really for Bakersfield College in any kind of foul trouble yet. Jamie Niederbaumer with 2. Ardeneva with 2. Lexi Ramirez, they show only has 1, but I thought we showed her with 2 as well. So I try to trust the stats. Sometimes they're a little bit wrong or they may miss something. We'll double check that stat. So she missed 1, made 1, and now the lead is 10 with 4:37 to go. The important part here for the Renegades now is to stay with what has been working. And they have not really been shooting outside. They've been driving inside. But Samaniego is going to give that one a shot, and again comes up empty. But a great job by Tolentino. Samaniego is going to give it another look and gets that one to go.
Great shot.
And that one just scooted right over the edge of the rim and in. And a big, big shot for the Renegades when they needed it. And Samaniego's now got 2 3-pointers in the game. Ardeneva gets out-rebounded. A great job down there on the baseline. And fighting for the rebound. That was a big save by Maya Colquitt down there on the baseline for the Marauders. Ramirez driving the lane, kicks it out. Samaniego is going to give it another look. And she drains another one, 2 in a row on 2 trips down. And now the Renegades off to the biggest lead at 16 points.
And here's that momentum we were talking about.
And BC, a much different team than they were in the third quarter of that last game against the Marauders. And right there, that's what we were talking about earlier, is that it seems like Shania St. Clair has the ability, she just hasn't been able to put it in the bucket, and there, slashing to the rim, doing her best Ariana Soil imitation.
Tolentino says, you're not going to show me up in my gym.
Tolentino, just a quick drive to the bucket and a fantastic job, and a foul's going to get called on Fimbres now. And it looked like a travel, so she got away with the travel on that one, but the foul might have happened just before it. And Beyonce Fimbres That's going to be her second foul and the second team foul of the quarter. And Fairbanks is going to come out, and Jamie Niederbaumer is going to come back in now with 2:53 on the clock in the third quarter and an 18-point lead.
Bingham was not happy with that call, and his player comes off and says, what did I do? Did I drop my shoulder? And he said, I don't know.
Absolutely. And right now, this is kind of indicative of some of what we saw in the last game, and that was Antelope Valley only scoring 7 points in the second quarter and 7 points in the fourth quarter. And now Soil from outside drains the three-pointer.
She is fun to watch.
She is fantastic to watch. And right now, 16 points in the game for Ariana Soil. And Ramirez, oh boy.
Oh no. Soil
and I don't know about that one. That was a call that was missed because Ramirez rolled over and elbowed Soil right in the back. And how she didn't get called. And a great job
block
right there by Leilene Araniva. Got a little contact on the ball. Tolentino with the floater can't get it to go.
Oh,
and then she loses a shoe.
I hate when that happens.
And again, Soil misses the layup. And a couple of, I don't know, bad calls for Soil. She has not gotten the calls that she's been looking for.
This Antelope Valley team needs to kind of, I think, slow the game down, get in control. It looks a little bit like madness right now.
It absolutely is. Renegades leading 48-33 as we head to a timeout. Back with more after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the veins. Renegade pride, yeah, we bring.
Back coming out of the timeout, the Renegades with a 48-33 lead and a minute 39 left to go in this third quarter. Jenny Lewis, your thoughts about this quarter specifically?
I think Antelope Valley, I think they let the quarter get away from them. I think BC outran them. I think they outpaced them. I think they obviously outscored them. What is this, 18 to 6? 18 to 6. So there's your margin. What are your thoughts, Tom?
Well, honestly, right there, that's exactly what I'm thinking, is that the Renegades just keep crashing in on the paint, and it doesn't seem like Antelope Valley really has an answer for it. You know, hats off to Samaniego draining 2 3-pointers in a row to get 6 points. That obviously contributed to the score. And now Leilene Araniva, she's going to have a couple of foul shot attempts here, and she drains the first one. But I think the Renegades and Lexi Ramirez has really shown up in this quarter, not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. I think the Renegades defense has really done a good job of really kind of hanging around and doing the job. And Niederbaumer still dry on the three-point line. And that one was a good one. She was kind of cheating away there. What we call cherry picking back in the day.
Steal right there.
And Vasquez is also doing it on the defensive end as well.
She's going to take it to the basket.
And Beautiful tries to go high, doesn't get it to go. Araniva kicks it back out. Again, I'm seeing some lack of attempts by Leilene Araniva. She is not going to the basket when she should. And I think that really what that means is that she doesn't feel necessarily the confidence in going up with the ball. And that's kind of been a problem in this game for her. She does have that ability. She's a very strong player. I used to watch her when she would come down the lane. She would literally wrap her arms around the ball on that two-step like a running back getting a handoff just to guard the ball from getting stripped away. And so Jamie Niederbaumer still in a drought here. And again, it wouldn't be a big issue if we didn't see Jamie Niederbaumer as an absolute scoring monster.
But what's great to see tonight is her teammates sort of picking up that slack, right? I mean, that's the great thing about a team.
Well, there you go. Araniva out there on the arc hits the three-pointer, and that's kind of a surprise. And Niederbaumer doing it now.
There
you
we
said
go.
it. Doing it on the offensive end. She contributes, and she ends up scoring.
That's right.
And now Jamie Niederbaumer has 7 points in the game. A quiet 7 points, by the way.
I think she was 5 for 5 at the free throw before the half.
That's correct.
Yeah, and then 2 right there, so there's your 7.
But the biggest issue is 0 for 6 from the three-point line. Is a very stark statistic for Jamie Niederbaumer.
Yeah.
She's a much better player than 0 for 6 from beyond that arc.
But like you said, she was scouted very well. They shut her down at the three-point line tonight.
Yeah. Lexi Ramirez now with her 3rd team foul. So it's exactly what I said it was. They corrected it up on the board now. And a jump ball call, but the possession arrow was pointing to the Marauders. Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody to the broadcast of Bakersfield College basketball tonight. I'm Tom Myers, joined by my production assistant, Jenny Lewis. And we're having a grand old time just reminiscing. This isn't much reminiscence, though. This is not in your old gym. This is a new facility, the Renegade Athletic Complex here.
And if you haven't seen it, you need to. It
Absolutely.
is beautiful.
And the shot is going to go up, and that's not going to be enough to do it. That's the end of the third quarter. Renegades leading 53-33. Back with more Renegade basketball after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step under, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we locked in, yeah, we built for a war. Heart, hustle, passion in the vein.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Jamba Juice. Thank you, Jamba Juice, for your support of Bakersfield College basketball. Visit one of their 5 locations right here in Bakersfield. Jamba Juice, they are over today passing out free Jamba Juice certificates from a contest. It went to the entire crowd, so thank you to Jamba Juice for your support of Renegade basketball. BC starting here, the fourth quarter leads 53-33, and you and I were just having a conversation, Jenny, about Ariana Soyle. 16 points so far in the game, just a terror on the offensive end.
So I think what I've been observing about her, she is a terror moving in the key. We have not been able to stop her defensively yet. She weaves and finds a path every time, it seems.
Vasquez with a great feed down below to Lexi Ramirez, and the easy score. Just kind of shuffling side to side until she got to the glass and then put it right in. And a turnover now, and the Renegades with possession and 9.5 minutes to go in the game. This a much different game compared to the game that they played, like I said, 3 weeks ago. And we've already talked about the scores and the difference in that game compared to this one. BC in a much different place. And like we said, consistency. And right there, Laylene Araniva at the foul line just drains a two-pointer easily.
Beautiful jump shot.
A great stroke and nothing but net. And now it's 57-33. And a different team in Antelope Valley than we have seen. Because they were a much more accomplished, confident team in that game 3 weeks ago than they are tonight.
Well, it shows how much BC has grown. It shows how much they've grown together. They're very disciplined. Coach Grant Bingham has this team extremely disciplined. They listen to him well.
8:47 left to go. Tolentino from the corner drains the three. And now the confidence level on the Renegades has gone through the roof, and their lead is now 27 points. And that one just shy.
Tolentino comes in for the rebound.
Maya Colquitt. Tolentino driving all the way down. Out to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer throws up the floater. That one's just shy. And the rebound picked up by Vasquez, who flies into the center. And that was just off the front of the rim. You know, Beautiful Vasquez has started to really come on later in the season here. We didn't see her a ton in the beginning of the season. She's been in this game a lot tonight.
She's a local player from North High School. She stands at 5'8", freshman.
Just a solid player. Bingham with a lot of great freshmen on this squad.
We have one sophomore, Diamond Brownlee.
And the travel just got away with one there, trying to get the ball away. And right there, the good shot that you've been looking for from Shania Sinclair.
I have a lot of hope for Shania Sinclair. I think she's she looks excellent out there. Her body size is perfect. She plays defense well. She's been a little off tonight on her offensive game.
Bakersfield College could literally run the shot clock out in every possession in this game and put it away. And from way outside, Ramirez gets the rebound, gives it up to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer could stop right there and try to drain the three, does not. Gives it up over to Vasquez. Vasquez flat-footed.
Ooh.
And that one's off the mark, and I think that that's going to be a foul. It looks like
on Sinclair.
On Sinclair, absolutely. And it is. And that's going to be Shania Sinclair's fourth foul. I stand corrected. They hadn't updated my stat yet. There it goes.
Looks like they're gonna leave her in, even though she's obviously in foul trouble. I mean, she's too instrumental on this team.
Sinclair, now they're pulling her out because they had already swapped somebody in for her.
My fault.
Vasquez, another one kind of off the front of the rim there. She's a little flat-footed on some of those. And Araneve is going to get called on the foul against Maya Colquitt, swatting at the ball, and it's exactly what we're talking about. Instead of just going straight up or kind of getting a little, that swing every time, you're going to get, even if you don't make contact, you're going to get called on that foul.
So, I mean, why does that happen? Is that because you get tired? Is that because you're running and you're in motion? I mean, there's a bunch of reasonings for it. But, yeah, the discipline of just staying straight up so you don't get those unnecessary fouls called on you is very important.
Colquitt at the line now has 5 points. She is perfect from the stripe today, 3 for 3. So misses her first. Araneva over to, again, Niederbaumer does not want to shoot it for some reason. And I think Jamie Niederbaumer needs to get back on that bicycle again. And Samaniego says, fine, I'll do it. Mia Samaniego now just going crazy, has 12 points. A little word from Julian Wilson. He's got his pick of the game. Might be Mia Samaniego. And right there, surprisingly, Vasquez could have gone up earlier. Nobody was coming after her, but she got a little too cautious on the play, but still ends up making the shot.
I mean, did we already say this? The great thing about a team is when you're picking up other players who might not be on their offensive game, and I mean, Mia Samaniego is the perfect example of stepping up tonight to take the place of a shooter that's not draining him.
Yeah, Maddie Martin down in the corner just drained a three-pointer. And that one thrown all the way over to the other end by Niederbaumer. Samaniego driving, and she's going to get called for the double dribble on that one.
She lost a little control of the ball.
Yeah, 5:37 on the clock now, 65-39, the Renegades in command. And now, checking into the game, Nevaeh Matthews, who we had seen a little bit more last week, but really haven't seen it all. This is their first time in the game tonight. And Matthews actually a great defender and actually does have the ability to slash to the basket and score. And we saw that in the last time she was here in the previous game. And a foul, that's going to go on Rachel Green, and Green is in the game for the first time tonight. So Jamba time, once they call Jamba time, which they are here in the arena, if the foul shooter misses both shots, everybody gets a free Jamba juice. So Maya Colquitt at the line now will shoot 2 with 5:19 to go in the game. BC with 2 team fouls in the fourth quarter now, compared to the Marauders with 1. And Jenny, we'll have to figure out coming up in the next few minutes who is going to get the player of the game, the Jamba Juice player of the game, coming up at the expiration of this one. And we got a couple of choices to choose from. Danica Tolentino, 15 points so far today, and Lexi Ramirez with 12. And both of them on the cusp of double-doubles with 9 rebounds each.
Love to see that.
You know, I had a conversation with Grant Bingham about that too. And Nevaeh Matthews just loses footing. She tripped over one of the lines on the ground.
Kind of went sliding.
Those painted lines are just pesky. And now it's just like everybody's running. Tolentino.
With the hustle.
Big hustle by Danica Tolentino going coast to coast for the score.
Love to see that. Weaved her way in the key for a nice, easy layup.
So Lexi Ramirez out of the game right now, but Tolentino, if she comes away with the rebound, she'll have a double-double. And a three-pointer once again, as Maddie Martin has slowly started to climb her way back into this one, and now she's got 11 points.
Great.
And she's the second leading scorer on the squad for Antelope Valley. .418 on the clock. And Bingham asking them to slow it down a little bit.
Well, we have a 21-point lead.
Yeah, they were starting to get a little sloppy on some of it and running, you know, all over the place. Tolentino up and over, and that one's no good.
Probably didn't get the call she was hoping for there.
And now Martin, that one a little bit long, and Rachel Green gets the rebound. Tolentino driving down the lane, gives it up to Martin. Martin gets the and she's going to get called with the travel.
Major travel. She didn't put the ball down.
She didn't put the ball down on the deck. And a grin on Rachel Green's face says it all.
She says, dang it, I forgot to dribble.
Yeah, the tough part for me is I know her personally. Oh, Rachel. Down to the end of the table, end of the bench.
Big smile on her face.
Big smile on her face. Rachel Green, a fantastic young lady. Samaniego getting chased down because Ariana Soyle doesn't know that this game isn't over yet.
She sure doesn't. Man, she plays hard.
Araneva comes away with a rebound, then throws it. No look behind her back, out to the top of the key. And Tolentino driving and is going to get blocked. And it'll be out of bounds with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. And now Beyonce Fimbres checking back into the game, and she'll replace Layleen Araneva. That was a great pass. No look, just chucked it up in the air, right back out to the top of the key.
Prayed our team would get it, and it panned out. Ooh.
And that one a little bit shy on the inbound from Tolentino to Nevaeh. That one clear over the back. And into the game now, Jessie Bunting had also checked in, just got the rebound there. And we've got an inadvertent call of a timeout by Grant Bingham. I'm not sure how that works. I think that the official didn't understand what he was saying. So just under 3 minutes to go now in the game. Renegades up 67-46. And a turnover there. And Maya Colquitt was just in the right spot at the right time. It takes her time putting that one in the basket to make sure she got the score. And now,
and now she comes in for the steal.
And now the lead's starting to go down. And and a foul out on the end there by Beyonce Fimbres. And honestly, that might be a smart foul to give because now they got to go to the foul line.
Yeah.
And they can't go to the foul line. That's going to be an inbound because it wasn't a shooting foul. And so that's going to be Beyonce Fimbres' third foul. Now Lexi Ramirez coming back into the game. Again, she and Danica Tolentino are one rebound away from a double-double for tonight's game. And Danica with 17 points in the game and 9 rebounds. Lexi Ramirez with 12 points and 9 rebounds. And now Bunting back in the game after they took her out, but Fimbres comes out. And another three-pointer. And you know what? I got to say it. Where was Maddie Martin this entire game? Because she just drained her third three-pointer in the last 3 minutes.
She's sure hitting her stride right now.
And the Renegades come away with it. They were trying to fight it away from Maya Colquitt.
Nice.
And the foul all the way down, up and over the top, and a timeout is going to get called. And the Renegades, with a 69-51 lead, will be back with the final 2 minutes and 18 seconds after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne. Defense tight, yeah, the pressure on. Queens of the court, we command respect. Every bucket heavy like a paycheck. From the warm-ups to the final, we like.
Back out of the timeout, the Renegades leading 69-51 with 2:18 on the clock. And this one almost in the bag. And I say almost, boy, I'll tell you what, Maddie Martin has just come from out of nowhere, and an inadvertent buzzer just went off. So they'll have to reset. Maddie Martin came from out of nowhere, has hit 4 of 8 three-pointers, scoring 14 points, and is now the second leading scorer on the squad for this Antelope Valley team.
She has been really important this second half.
She's been really important in the last 5 minutes. It's kind of remarkable. And right there, slashing once again to the basket, Ariana Soyle, the leading scorer in this team for Antelope Valley, now has 18 points, and that's going to be an over in the back.
Yep. Now, Ariana Soyle is really able to find a way to the basket in that key.
Now, I'm one of those kinds of people that doesn't like to see leads get too close to each other, but this one right now, the Renegades were ahead by almost 30.
Right.
And now that lead has diminished. And if we go to the fourth quarter scoring, they've been outscored 20-16.
Antelope Valley's running a full court press now. So
and I say 20-16, it was a lot more probably in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Before that, it was probably 20-9.
Their defense, they have not slowed down on defense, this team.
They're starting to tighten it up a little bit more now, and they probably could have used that earlier on in this quarter or the last quarter. Coming out of the half, they were not the same team that they were going into the half.
Rebound by Soyle. Here she comes. She's going to pull up, run a play. Oh, Maddie.
That one just off the mark from Martin, and she's going to try it again now. That one again off the mark, but boy, I'll tell you what, keep trying again. Oh, and she gives it up instead over to Soyle. Soyle, that one rattles in and out. I don't think it can get any further in there.
Oh, no.
And down to the ground, and in obvious pain, fell on her elbow really, really hard.
Trainer's coming out.
And I think is that Kiki Barnes? No, it's not Kiki. Trying to figure out who that is right now. I couldn't see the numbers on the jersey.
She is in quite a bit of discomfort right now. Her coach is out there with her.
Yeah, that elbow made contact hard with the court.
It's a second-team foul for the Marauders. Injury timeout.
They seem to be looking at her head and neck. I hope she didn't hit her head on the ground.
Speaking of a head and neck injury, and I don't want to rain on any kind of a parade, but I want to give kind of a heads up to any of our listeners that may have been at the Centennial Frontier game last night. Tyler Jenkins went down in the game over the top of a defender and came down on his neck and his shoulder and his head, and it was bad. They had to stabilize him there and got him in the ambulance into the hospital.
Wow.
He was incoherent at the time. I did talk to our athletic director this morning, Mike Gibson at Frontier High School, who said that he was a little bit coherent in the end of the night and progressing well and was much better this morning, and everything's fine. And they had x-rays done and a CT scan, and everything came back as okay. So right now, and they're going to go kind of get another second opinion to make sure everything's right. but Tyler Jenkins of Frontier High School, a scary moment last night at Centennial, and those are the moments where we kind of all come together that this is competition, but these are all young men and women and children, and we all need to act sometimes like adults, I think, when we see moments like that. And it was kind of nice that everybody in that gym was just absolutely silent during that injury for Tyler Jenkins. So Tyler Jenkins, one of my kids at Frontier High School, and I'm glad to see him. And that was number 3, Maya Colquitt, who went down. But she's sitting back up now. So, again, our thoughts are with Tyler Jenkins and his family and hoping that everything's okay. But it's great to hear that maybe there's some positive, positive results that came out of last night and that he's going to be okay. So they're still down there checking on her neck right now. I thought it was her elbow that she fell on, but she might have caught an elbow to the neck.
They were spending an awful lot of time maybe doing concussion protocol.
That absolutely could be. They're going to call the foul that had an insult to injury. The foul's going to go on Colquitt.
It looks like she is pointing to her shoulder.
And now it's official. Lexi Ramirez officially has a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds in today's game. So 56 seconds on the clock. The Renegades, this one in the bag just about. They get it across the line. Tolentino now out there. Niederbaumer on her way. Falls to the ground. Giving a couple of statistics to Jenny Lewis as she heads down to the court. She'll have the post-game interviews with our players of the game. .28 seconds left on the clock. And Soil not giving up now. And she's got 20 points in the game. And the Renegades are just going to let this one run out. Danica Tolentino. And a fantastic job by BC tonight. And they're going to win this one 70-55 and improve on the season. So BC improves in league to 9-1 in conference rather, and 17-7. A fantastic job by the Renegades. Ariana Soil, the player of the game for Antelope Valley, 20 points in the game and 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Just a fantastic job by Soil tonight for Antelope Valley. And for Bakersfield College, the players of the game for BC are Danica Tolentino with 19 points and 9 rebounds, one shy of a double-double. Lexi Ramirez had 12 points and 10 rebounds and did get the double-double. And with 12 points and really doing it from outside, 4 of 9 from the free throw line was Mia Samaniego, and Mia with 12 points. So we're just going to wait it out right now. And we're going to head down to the court with Jenny Lewis, where she's standing by with Danica Tolentino, Lexi Ramirez, and Mia Samaniego.
All right, ladies, great win. 15 points, largely because of you three. Okay, I have some stats here. Danica, 19 points. Lexi, you had a double-double tonight. Congratulations. 12 points, 10 rebounds. And Mia really stepped it up for the team tonight with 12 points. Can you guys give us a little insight on how you prepared for this game and why do you think you were successful?
I think we just really practiced. We just locked into our scouting report and we followed what we needed to do defensively, and we let the offense come and just, yeah.
there was a big threat on the team with their shooting guard, number 2. She was fantastic. You guys definitely shut her down. Did you scout the game before? Were you watching film? How are you guys prepped for that?
Yeah, number 2 is a really good player, but playing them before made it easier for us. So yeah, we went over the film of us playing, and we knew what we had to do to stop her, and we executed that very well.
And Mia, you were dominant from the three-point line. Can you talk us through how you prepare? Are you working on three-point shots in practice?
Yeah, I've been recently working on three-pointers during practice, and I think it was just trying to get out of the negative mindset and to stay positive, even if I'm missing.
I love that. Thanks for your time, ladies. Appreciate it. Thank you. Back to you, Tom. Thanks.
So the Renegades get the win 70-55. Once again, our 3 players of the game, Danica Tolentino, Alexi Ramirez, and Mia Samaniego. And Julian Wilson was a big fan of Mia Samaniego and put her into the mix today. She deserved it. Those 4 3-pointers really instrumental in getting the Renegades over the hump as they defeat the Marauders of Antelope Valley 70-55. Back with our final thoughts after this.
New house, new era, same dominance. Lady Renegades, stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Renegades, renegades, run this floor, run this place, yeah, we dominate. Renegades, renegades, light it up, lock it down, yeah, we elevate.
Walk in the building, lights on bright. New arena, new legacy tonight. Hardwood shining like the future we chase. Every step thunder, feel the ground shake. Fast breaks fly like we airborne.
Well, coming back for our final thoughts of the game, Tom Myers, Jenny Lewis, and Julian Wilson, And I'll tell you what a fantastic night for Bakersfield College women's basketball in a game that they really didn't have this much of a competitive advantage over Antelope Valley in the previous game where they only beat them by 3, and it was a very lopsided game back and forth. You know, one game the Renegades had 7 in a quarter, and the other game Antelope Valley had 7, and really the Renegades had to score 19 points and beat them 19-7 in that final quarter in the last game to win. This one, they seem to be putting the pedal on ever since the beginning of the second half.
Well, we had quite a large margin at one point in the game, and they reduced it to a 15-point lead. It shows a lot of grit on Antelope Valley's side. They did not quit. Like we said, Ariana Soyle, she was playing until the buzzer buzzed. Weren't having their best offensive game tonight.
Well, we didn't talk about that. You're right. I mean, the ones that we left off, Leilene Araniva had 9 points, Jamie Niederbaumer had 8, and Beautiful Vasquez with 6. And so a couple of other players that really contributed to tonight's game really kind of did step up and contribute down the stretch.
I loved what Mia Samaniego said in the post-game interview. She said, well, I think my question was, like, how do you prepare for this? And she said, I just don't want to have negative thoughts. If I miss a shot, I don't want to be negative. I'm just going to try again.
Yeah, the Renegades were 7-11 from the free throw line today. They were 5 of 24 from the three-point line, 4 of those coming from Samaniego, and none from Jamie Niederbaumer. She was blanked out tonight in scoring on three-pointers, and then total field goal percentage was 37% for the Renegades. They were 29 of 77 attempts. And that might have been one of the big differences there because Antelope Valley only got 64 attempts, so the Renegades, 13 more attempts at shots. They were 32% actually, Antelope Valley was from the field, 5 for 18 from the three-point line, and 8 of 14 from the free throw line. So, Julian, your thoughts, your favorite player tonight, Samaniego.
Yes, for sure. She came in, and when she came in and she made her first three-pointer, it was sort of a shock. But when she made the second three-pointer, that literally changed the game, and that's when you saw the Renegades go out to that almost 30-point lead. So definitely giving her recognition for the impact she had tonight in this game.
Yeah, without a doubt. So the Renegades, they improve to 9-1 in conference, 17-7 overall, the best that they've played and the best record they've had over the past 5 years. So really doing a good job. Last year, only 8 wins, and the 3 preceding years, the most they had were 8 total wins. So Grant Bingham doing a fantastic job here at Bakersfield College. What do you think about that, Jenny?
I mean, I love it. Wait, can I just say something really quick?
Yes, say it all.
Yes,
okay.
please.
Did you say we won softball and we won baseball and we won men's basketball and now we won women's basketball today?
Yes,
Is
that
that
all
correct?
happened in one day
That's right.
here at Bakersfield College.
BC Sports, right? I mean, kudos to these student athletes and their coaches.
Absolutely.
And to you, I think you called every single game.
Yeah, I did call pretty much. I didn't call baseball. We called all the rest of them.
Okay.
Absolutely. So the women's Renegades will take on Glendale next Wednesday, the 11th at 7 p.m. at Glendale. Then they'll be back home here for a 2-game stretch, Saturday the 14th at 3 p.m. and Wednesday the 18th at 7 p.m. Those games will be against Citrus and LA Valley accordingly. And then their final game of the season will be away at Canyons, a team that they beat here just a couple of weeks ago. So for everybody here at Bakersfield College, you've been watching Renegade basketball, and we hope to see you back here the next time. Once again, we'll be back here to broadcast Saturday the 14th against Citrus. Game time for the men at 1 and the women at 3. For Jenny Lewis and Julian Wilson, I'm Tom Myers. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Bakersfield College Athletics thanks you for watching this broadcast. For more BC Athletics sports videos, highlights, and replays, subscribe to Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. And for news, live broadcasts, and schedule information across all our sports, visit GoGades.com.